You've got the look in your eyes. You're on a mission, burning ambition. You've got your eyes on the prize. You've gotta rise to the challenge. Show 'em what you got. Step up and take what's yours. You are kings now, Clash of Titans.
All right. Hey, everyone. We're probably not going to use any of that. Hey, everyone.
That was slightly racist.
We'll use them later. Everyone, this is Tornado Tag Podcast. We have a lot to go over today. We're going to do our spotlight eventually with Chris Jericho. Tyler's going to front that. Hope you got some cool stuff.
Nope. Shit. Yeah. A lot of it's going to be winged towards the end, but...
All right. Cool. We'll help out. We have to go over Clash Champions, which is this Sunday.
That snuck up on us.
Yeah. News-wise, anything... I mean, there's some crazy stuff. Ring of Honor and was bought up by Impact.
No. They're trying to, but Anthem bought the Access
Anthem
channel.
bought Access TV.
Anthem is the parent company of Impact.
Yeah, they bought a channel.
Which we don't get on. I don't get on Hulu, so that's pointless for me.
But the big thing for wrestling is that channel is the current home of New Japan in the United States and also Women of Wrestling.
Okay.
And that's very big getting off of the Pursuit channel.
Yeah, which
I'm sorry, I have DirecTV. Pursuit channel is literally like channel 404.
Real quick before we get the news, I always forget to do this. Thank you everyone for fucking tuning in and supporting us. We do have a merch page. It's out there. We may have some new logos coming.
Cool.
So a really good friend of the podcast is definitely gonna. He said he's gonna work on some stuff for us. We might have some more logo spoofs coming out, which is pretty awesome. So. Once we get it, we'll give a big shout out to him and stuff. So there might be more shirts coming, but you can go check out Tornado Mania. Mine's on its way right now.
Mine too.
And it will be you will see it at PPW in a couple weeks.
Where's my quarter?
Listen, you don't coin. We were talking about the whole thing. Oh, it's our Tornado Mania shirt. He heard Drew McIntyre said it. Now it's his fucking thing. Fucking guy. Where's Vince at? Fire him.
We're not supposed to have a call in tonight?
No call-in tonight. No, it's call-in tonight. Tomorrow or next week there'll be a call-in. So anyway, so sponsorship. Sponsorship. So if
sponsored, woo!
Yeah. So go check out our merch page. It's doing amazing. It's going really good. It's helping our page grow. Shockingly, the most purchased item is all the shit with my fucking face on it.
There you go. It's a cool art thing, you know.
Like, it is an amazing art. Like, Haley Stokes did a phenomenal job. It's just weird to me that people want my face on
You may have a stalker somewhere and not even know it.
It's not even that. I think somebody's loading up for Halloween.
As might be like they're scared kids away.
Just gonna cut eye holes in it and just put it over their face.
Who's the ugly fuck now? Tom Kessler.
Yeah. Tom's waiting for that Heidi shirt.
Yeah.
So whenever you get that Heidi shirt.
Yeah.
So make sure the markup is right and you're good to go.
Yeah.
$5,000.
So there's a lot of cool stuff up there, man. So I appreciate everyone who's buying it. I honestly can't stress enough how much it means to me. And when you do get it, take some pictures of it, and we'll put you on the page. And it's awesome. It means a lot. It really does.
Go check out Anchor. Listen to roughly 40 seconds of our podcast.
Yeah, listen to this for 40 seconds. Turn it off. I don't care. And tell your friends. But yeah, so if you listen to the first couple seconds, we get paid for it. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube to help us out as well, and tell your friends. If you like our podcast, go spread it to other wrestling pages and say, hey, go check these guys out. We're not going to go too crazy into a lot of the review stuff anymore because that's every other channel. Like, oh, what happened on Raw? Like, if something crazy happens, we'll give our opinions. But for the most part, I really like the fact that we'll talk about some news a little bit here and there. I think the showcase is a lot of fun. We have a new game that we're gonna do once a week. Brian on his Murder My Dude show does a game show, and he that's his dream. If he wants to be, he wants to be a game show host.
He wants to be the new Drew Carey.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, this is no joke. When I was like 5 or 6 years old, my main dream in life was to be a game show host.
Wow!
Because I would always watch game shows on the USA Network, like during the day before I was school age, like when I was too young to even go to school. We watch like Press Your Luck and all this. It's like I'm gonna be a game show host.
Press Your Luck was a great show.
Press Your Luck is a great show.
It's coming back.
It's back already. Yeah.
Ooh. So are you gonna replace Vanna White?
Yeah, I can turn letters.
So can you make that dress look good though?
Oh yeah. I got curves.
So he's going to come up with some cool little games and stuff. We actually have one for tonight.
Yes, we do.
Our first game of the night will be tonight.
Is my title on the line for that?
No, there will be no.
What I suggest, because it's elimination style, maybe the first person out is the first person in the Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, and speaking of everyone's like, "What are you talking about? The Kiss My Ass Club?" We've been hinting them forever. Our new guest is here.
Member.
The new member of the podcast is here, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen him last night telling you to tune in. Vince is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Should have Heidi just pumping it in front of the camera. You know?
That's where you're gonna be kissing that ass right there.
There's like no ass on
How
him.
much was Sock Puppet Vince?
All right, so this puppet,
And just to note, this makes Tony the first member of the Fist in Ass Club.
yeah, fist, I've been sticking it to Vince ever since. This is a $30 puppet. Wow. Yeah, not
It's a
not
little
worth
pricey.
It's a little steep.
Yeah, if it was bigger, then
I could see if it was like a decent size.
Like Nikolai bought an Ashy Slashy puppet from a con, and it's fucking huge.
yeah, it was really
And
nice.
it was $60.
It's a puppet from what?
So
Ash vs.
Evil Dead.
Oh, no
Ash vs.
way.
Evil Dead.
Yeah,
he
that's
has
awesome.
it was 60, and it dwarfs this. This is
and you could
definitely
you could put your hand and move everything.
$60. I would have bought in a replica of the one that was actually on the Firefly
Yeah.
Club.
Now, speaking of $60, 2 weeks from now, are you spending $60?
Yes, I will be. We agreed that I think that's a fair price for two
Yeah, that's
wrestlers.
fair.
Yeah. That's like a average con price
Yeah,
for two.
I'm cool with
Pretty
that.
good,
I
dude.
will drop $60 for an
Because
Enzo
last year at New York Comic Con, Bailey and Sasha were 50, and that's either for an autograph or signature. So if you want both, it's 100. And it's like,
We're
and
not
if you
doing
want
that.
all four, 200. I was like,
Not
If
doing
you're
that.
willing to pay for it, it's a good price. I remember going to a show when I was in like 7th grade, and I paid $5 for an autograph from Tom Brandy.
Yeah.
hey,
so-
Tom Brady knows who I am in person. So
I mean, if you would have came to one of our shows, you could have met Tom Brandy for free.
I've known. For
Well,
years,
it was
actually.
worth it because this was like 90. This is when Kane first debuted, and
Okay.
I'm in line, and this little kid in front of him was like, "Hey, what does Kane look like?" He's like, "It looks a lot like Isaac Yankem."
Me and Tom were supposed to tag up one time, and they changed it. This for the one match. He's like, "Oh, I brought all this." He was doing South and Series. I brought all this pink and black gear for you and stuff. I was like, "Oh shit, let's just do it. Just tell him to change." He's like, "Oh, he just something." I was like, "Oh, whatever." He's a really nice guy though.
So, WWE's been advertising, I guess, next week for SmackDown, The Rock versus DX.
I
I haven't seen that anywhere. That must
That's-
be
that's
probably
news to me.
bullshit.
I just
That's
seen
Ringside
that-
News, which is they're pretty credible. Ringside News.
No, I'm not saying that's not
Yeah.
being. I'm just saying it's probably a mistake being advertised because I don't think The Rock's going to show up unannounced randomly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And if he does, it's
I
going
can
to be
see
on
if
that
it's
first
the-
SmackDown on Fox.
Yeah, if it's the
too.
first SmackDown on Fox,
That's
guaranteed
it.
you're going to see him. But
Ken Shamrock
Versus Moose.
Moose for
Ken
Bound to
Shamrock
Glory.
was fantastic. And what is he, like 52 or something like that?
He's
up there.
well into his
Yeah.
50s, yeah.
Impact Wrestling Movies X is what you're talking about in late October. Did it say what day of the week?
No.
I think they're going to hang with Friday because Friday's still going to be wide open.
It's the wrestling.
SmackDown's going to be on
SmackDown's
Friday.
Friday.
SmackDown ends at 10. Impact
Okay.
starts at 10.
Oh,
But they could always
So if they
change,
keep
yeah.
the 10 o'clock slot, it's not a
Yeah.
bad
But they can
time.
probably whatever. Well, then again, they
I
own their
could've
network on
sworn before
Pursuit
I came
too.
here,
Well,
I
the
just
way they
seen
were
it.
talking, Impact can have whatever time slot and whatever day.
Yeah, because they
want.
both own it. They can just do whatever
Right,
they
yeah.
want.
But that was the same thing for Pursuit. Pursuit is owned by Anthem as well.
I just seen some commercial before I even came here because I just watched on Access about something about like slamming Saturdays. I think they're gonna move all their wrestling stuff on Saturdays. Actually, I think they
Maybe.
might have New Japan,
Well,
Impact.
Well,
and all
usually
that.
the New Japan, like
It's not- it's a couple of weeks
US
old.
Yeah, it's a
events
couple weeks
are.
old. Yeah.
And that WoW's old tape too.
Well,
so
the New Japan US events are usually live on a Friday or a Saturday night. They run them back-to-back days like that, but that's
Yeah,
few and
right.
far between that we get one of those.
And the interesting thing with WoW is that Tessa Blanchard is a centerpiece of both companies.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they just
I think
did
she's
a
the champ
spotlight on the
She is.
owner after the one match with Tessa. Basically, a giant thank you to the owner because without the owner, women of wrestling wouldn't be as successful as it is.
Yeah.
Well, one of the main owners there is Jeannie Buss.
Yes.
Is that campy
yeah, that's
though?
really
Like,
cool.
is it like glow or is it?
I
serious?
think it's slightly less glow-like,
Okay.
but there is still some glow in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that they have
Like
goofy
Tessa
gimmicks.
Blanchard is Tessa Blanchard. She's
Okay.
not like Tessa the farmer's
Yeah.
daughter.
But there
So-
are some characters on. Like,
Yeah.
I only watched one episode,
Awesome
it wasn't
Kong
my
shows up
thing.
from time to time.
Like that Rachel that I wrestled at one time at PPW. She's Chantilly Lace or something like
Okay,
that.
like-
Yeah.
Chantilly lace and a pretty face.
doing a big bobber.
Yeah, one of my favorite pages, What Culture Wrestling, just did a spotlight of the 10 next big things in wrestling you need to know, and they mentioned Ace Austin on their list.
And that Impact photo is right in front, like right in front.
Good for him.
Yeah.
The crazy
Isn't it
thing
awesome?
is with him on Impact right now. I don't know how much you guys watch. He's been in like the mid card
I didn't-
pushing main event since he's got.
It's interesting because I didn't know he was cool with you guys or anything because I'm still kind of new here. And just offhand, me and my buddy that I do Murder My Dude with, we were watching one of the MLW shows, and Ace Austin's on there, and we're like, I think it was something like Austin Aries. Like, yeah, this guy's got something. Like, not even knowing he was like friendly here.
He dropped out in the WWE, the Lucha House Party, back in July.
He had
Yeah.
like one tryout match.
June or July.
He did a spot in an indie show that actually him and Andy were both on the show. They weren't in the same match.
Yeah, True Wrestling.
But he climbed the bleacher. He climbed up the basketball hoop, jumped off the rim,
Oh, wow.
over
Into
the
the ring.
crowd into the ring.
Yeah.
And then the next week he did it like a kind of a similar spot at Outbreak Wrestling. And then the next week he was signed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it just seems like he really gets it as far as presentation
I
and
just
having something
seen him a couple
individual
weeks
about
ago,
him.
he's
Yeah.
like, oh, they told me to darken my hair up. And I was like, why don't you just do it purple? He's like, I was thinking that. Now he has purple hair.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him a little bit.
Honestly, super nice dude. He actually liked our post.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was
Um,
on the very first Outbreak show. It was him against Jamie Senegal. And
yeah.
they probably had the best match all night.
We left the Outbreak show. A lot of people came to the Outbreak show to see him because he was starting to get a buzz. And he was on the internet, and he was walking out with his, I don't know if his mother or his grandmother. Like walked her to the parking lot. She didn't move very fast, and he's like, I'm sorry guys, and he's just a super sweet dude. He's a really nice kid. So good for him. I'm glad he's getting a big push there. More
He was
Outbreak
just in
style.
a big feud with Eddie Edwards too, like trying to steal Eddie's wife. It was crazy.
Only one of us can have an alliterative name.
More kind of Outbreak news because these guys were part of Outbreak at one show, just kind of promoting. Retro Stuff Studios made a big announcement. Retro Mania Wrestling is not only coming to the Switch, but it's officially
Xbox
announced for Xbox.
All right.
I think they were supposed to announce a new character. Did they announce that?
Did not
I
yet.
don't think the character happened yet. If it's going to Switch and it's going to Xbox, I'm
the Xbox.
pretty sure you'll see
PlayStation's
PlayStation
next.
very soon.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, in the
I think
comments it said
It's
they're
okay
working
though.
on
The
it.
one
Yeah.
enough game on Xbox, I did beat Andy's butt.
Yeah. So good for them. They're
Yeah.
they're by State College. We're still in talks. They are working on a demo for us. And they will call into the show when they
And
get
the
more
crazy
settled
thing
up.
was when Andy and I were talking to him before the Outbreak.
They
show,
called into the show, but we couldn't hear anything because I fucked up.
Well, we could. The
Yeah,
people
we
listening
heard the
could.
whole conversation,
Yeah.
but you heard nothing.
But Andy and I were talking to him there, and some of the names that he kind of told us that we were not allowed to comment on, or
Well, you almost had the Young Bucks, but obviously the AEW.
Yeah.
It's
But,
The
like-
fact that it was Zack
just-
Sabre Jr. was awesome.
just some of the names that he was dropping out there that he's talked to that we cannot say.
Well, just even looking at their. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean
Just
to
for
say-
them to even like entertain the idea of being in a game like that is incredible the way it is. But some of them just want an absurdly ungodly amount of money to be like, okay, you can use my likeness for this
Yeah.
price.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I thought was really cool, just seeing the picture that they posted earlier, is this the first game ever that Austin Idol is in?
I think
it has
maybe
to
he
be.
was in one of Legends of
I
Wrestling.
don't think so. I had those games. I don't remember Austin
Yeah, I
Idol.
don't think he was in those because I had those too. But it's so funny because that likeness thing even happens with WWE still. Like Tommaso Ciampa wouldn't do 2K19 because they didn't pay him enough. He wouldn't do it. He refused.
That and he.
Yeah, he didn't want to be it because he's bad.
I don't think it was the money. I really don't. I don't think he said no to 2K to be money. I just think he was so into his heel thing at
Yeah.
the time
Right.
because he said, "I'm not putting myself in a game so you guys can beat me." He goes,
Yeah.
because I don't lose in real life. You're not going to
I
beat me in
think it
some
was
fantasy
like
video game.
I think it was like, oh shit, we didn't put him in a game, and he kind of kayfabed it, like, yeah, I don't want to be in your game.
Yeah. Triple H suggests 205 branding is going to merge with NXT.
Best
Which I
possible
said that. I
solution
think
there.
I think that's what you
I think
should
it's a
do.
great move.
I'm fucking putting
It would be-
UK with
it would
Now,
me.
do you take half the 205 roster, say, okay, a couple of you guys are going to UK, a couple of you guys are going to stay in here, or they just move
Well, I think there's
everybody
talk
to
about
Florida?
even running 205 Live like as a network only show and putting it and taping it a full sale either like before or after the NXT shows.
I say just make it all.
Get rid
I would integrate it. Yeah.
205 Live was great with
Get rid of
the
it.
Cruiserweight title, but now it's time to let the Cruiserweight title shine again on
Did
the
you
main
see
roster.
the Did you see
Yeah.
the possible new belt where it's a cruiserweight title and it's not purple, it's black?
I thought it might have been old.
I
I've seen
like
an
the
old
purple
meme for
belt.
that.
I don't know what
Sharp.
everybody's problem with the purple belt was. I like it.
The black belt with the gold looks much
Yeah,
better.
it does. It really does. Super J Cup match is officially up there on New Japan World.
I think like all 3 shows probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
So-
3 shows.
A little late, 2 weeks late, but then
yeah.
KO put an interesting tweet out. He put out 14-24-20, which if you do a little bit of figuring that out and a little drink your Ovaltine, it spells on NXT.
Yeah.
So he was. We'll get into a little bit on the SmackDown, but he was fired on NXT,
I seen that.
Fired on SmackDown.
Yeah.
fired on SmackDown, and
That storyline's stupid.
how
And he did his job.
But
He did his job.
Owens likes to do this stuff just because I remember when they did the thing where he got fired when Daniel Bryan was the GM. he changed his name on Twitter back to Kevin Steen, and El Generico came back, and they were even on Pro Wrestling Tees for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a Dave real quick. Fucking told you so about Shane McMahon gonna be the replacement.
Did I say that?
I did.
Remember you were saying you told us so about whatever.
Yeah, but the A.
And there was a rumor that was a Vince call, like that
Yeah.
the writers pitched the Battle Royal, and Vince said, "No, it's going to be Shane."
Let's be honest, it was kind of blatantly
Yeah.
obvious. Like, oh, Elias is out, and Shane just
that
magically
was
shows up on SmackDown.
That was a fast forward to the last minute for me.
Like literally, you could have pegged it. Oh, but it's going to be Shane. That was easy.
I don't know any of the Outbreak other matches, but I'm sure we'll get to it when it gets closer.
I think there's only 2 so far.
Yeah, but
Andy
I'm really
and the chubby daddy.
I'm excited for that. That's a great
should be
match.
pretty good.
It's a
Have
good
you
match.
guys worked together before?
Only once.
How'd that go?
Pretty good. He was under the mask as Wild Phoenix at the time, so it wasn't Chubby Daddy.
Did you come out victorious?
Yes. it was a gauntlet match, and then I lost like the third guy.
So going back to our merch page,
and then
saying
the
that-
other match is Ian Bush versus Killian McMurphy.
Yeah, that's
That
gonna
should
be
be a
awesome.
good match.
And then Cortez defends against.
I think Ian Bush wins though.
I don't know. Well,
Because Killian's so fucking good.
well, you know how the thing where every winner of each match goes into the Battle Royal, and then the Battle Royal gets an immediate title. No, the last 2 guys in the Battle Royal then have a match, and the winner gets the title shot the next show.
Okay.
I think that's how it goes.
Something like that.
So you got to wrestle a lot. The person who wins that title shot's got to wrestle a lot.
The first time I remember seeing that was Rick Martel and Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental title.
I
They
have,
had
my,
the Battle Royal.
I have my prediction already.
Yeah, I think I know who it is.
Yeah. He sells a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my face has been cartooned twice this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the guy.
what's with that comic strip?
Yeah. So
Explain
that's a guy. He's his name's oh my god, I just had a fucking brain fart. Ted Hazard.
Oh, I thought that was his name.
That's a great name. That's a great wrestling name.
Oh my god.
Ted Hazard does about 4 different comic strips, and he's an animator. And he does
Okay.
all this stuff. So he does a wrestling comic strip called WrestleVania, and he has all these little characters, and they kind of do like little banter. They're only 2 little cells. But he goes, Tornado Tag Podcast finally got back to us about doing an interview. And what they say, and then there's a little animated version of me saying, God damn, and not another pro wrestling podcast. But it has my hat with a little hair swoop coming out and my missing gap in the mustache. He fucking nailed it. But yeah, so that's pretty fun. Trying to think here. I don't really see much else
Rock
there.
and Roll Express going to New Japan, but they're in the U.S. states.
At 65.
That's awesome.
Do you
That is awesome.
Oh yeah,
I hope they wrestle Tanahashi and Okada.
Rusev and Lana are being pretty
I don't
much
think that's
buried.
happening, by the way.
Yeah.
I know they're in the Philly show, and Okada's not on the Philly show.
Oh, isn't he? I'm going to the Philly show.
When is
God
the Philly
damn
show?
it. September 28th, I believe.
AEW.
No, there's 3 New Japan shows at the end of September. Boston,
Okay.
Philly, and New York.
How much did you pay for those?
$60.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, not bad. It's the ECW Arena, so there's not a bad seat unless you're behind that pole, but usually they work around it and they give you something else.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Rusev and Lana getting buried. I don't know what
Well,
he's doing.
he's technically not
Weird-
buried, just not used.
No, he has,
Erased is the
he has a mustache now. He's
I seen that, and then he was clean shaven and then
Rocking a mustache.
You know, it's,
So do you want to do champions? Do you want to do Clash Champions now, or do you want to do Jericho?
let's do
Let's
the
break
Clash
out the
Champions
bubbly.
first. Oh, you want to do that first?
Let's break out the bubbly.
It's up to you guys.
Let's make Jericho the main event. That's our
All right,
feature.
All right.
I think.
Do you want to do the game first?
Yeah, we can do that.
Is it guess the card? That's I listen to the podcast. It's like, does Joe know the card? Because he's like out of the loop.
Yeah.
And he's like, he has to guess the matches that are on without looking.
No, this is even though it's Clash of Champions, this is an homage to Clash of the Champions,
Which is
the WCW.
Before we do this, Jericho is our featured topic tonight.
Let me open this one too.
Yes, please.
All right, so we're
These are
gonna
the same. They're both sparkles. So we'll just open
we're
one.
gonna drink a little bit of bubbly tonight. Spoiler alert: there's no booze in this because
Andy don't drink.
we wanted to be
Which you could have
kid-friendly.
bought one. I mean, they're not. So pop that white thing
Just
off.
gonna pop it off.
You're gonna need a bottle opener too. Where did that go?
No, that one just pops right off.
Oh yeah. No, the one under you're gonna.
That's the cap.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
we
a
got
good
it all
one.
off.
We got a good one.
Little bit of the bubbly.
So that's cranberry apple, and this is or just apple. That's sparkling apple cider, which I don't know about that one. I'll try it, but
Dave had too many of these and lost his belt.
I did not lose my belt.
Somebody found it on a freeway in Tallahassee.
Do you
You want the
I'm
cranberry or
just
the
gonna try a
grape?
little bit
Sure,
of this
okay, this
one because I don't know how.
I think you're probably gonna like this one a little bit better.
Yeah, that's
This
what
is-
I tried that one already.
For Jericho,
Smash.
a little bit,
Jericho!
a little bit of the
It
bubbly.
smashes and bends.
Would you like a little bit of the bubbly?
I'm okay.
Stupidest thing we've ever done.
I don't know about that. Our
It's
name
all right.
has been changed to just Tornado.
Yeah. We were the Tornado Tag Experience, and then we were just Tornado.
We were the Viking Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vince. Thanks a lot.
All right, so what's our game?
I think I like that one a little more.
We don't have play music, though.
So with this, there you go. With this game, we're gonna do an elimination here, and only one person will survive. So I couldn't think of what to call it. So this is the Chamber of Survival, where we eliminate people.
Could it be King of
the series?
Could it be King of the Champions?
King of the Champions Survival Elimination Chamber Series, I think is the official name. So, in honor of Clash of the Champions, we're going to
table death match.
the kitchen table death match. We are going to go around the corner. I am going to bring up a topic. Everybody is going to give a correct answer, hopefully, and if they do not give a correct answer, they are out.
They're eliminated.
The last person standing is the winner.
Okay, so give a sample.
As a sample, if I said, name a Universal Champion.
Okay.
If Andy said Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
he would be correct. If Dave then said Randy Orton, he would be incorrect and he would be out.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
So you have to give a correct answer. We're going to go around in a circle. Andy, I'm going to start with you because I
Okay.
think you're going to win. I'm going to make it harder for you. Because we're going to Clash of the Champions,
Yes.
the WCW and NWA show.
I'm fucked.
And when you think of NWA and WCW, there's one guy that always comes to mind for me at least, and that's Ric Flair.
Okay.
So basically, the way this is going to start until we name everyone, we are going to go around in a corner or in a
What
circle.
if it doesn't make it? What if like one person gets right?
It
everybody
might
gets
happen.
wrong?
Then you might win very
Then we'll
easily.
just go through it, like, you know.
Yeah, and everybody at first is going to try to name somebody that Ric Flair wrestled in a singles match at Clash of the
I'm
Champions.
fucked.
Oh, that's easy.
Just think of a WCW wrestler. You have a good shot.
I'm gonna blame it on the bubbly if I lose.
and Andy, this is why we're starting with you, and then we're going to go in a circle. Go Andy, Dave, Tony. I get skipped because I have the answers here. Then to Tyler.
Okay.
Sting.
Sting is correct. He wrestled Sting twice, including at the first Clash of the
Yeah.
Champions. That's the match that made Sting.
No,
Dave.
the Black Scorpion was not a Clash of Champion. I'm sorry.
I'm probably gonna.
Well, he was, but it wasn't Ric Flair.
yeah.
It
I'm
was Al
probably gonna
Perez.
take the L here, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say Hogan.
Hogan is correct.
Yeah, I thought you were meant and
The
a,
other-
a wrestler
the-
by the name of L.
Those are the other. That's the other. They're the only two people he wrestled in singles matches twice at Clash of the Champions. Tony.
There's another guy. What do you think about it?
Did we talk about when he wrestled him in our last topic last week?
Ric Flair, what did you talk about Ric Flair? Did we?
No.
We talked about Superstar, and he wrestled Ric Flair.
No.
but I don't think it was at a Clash of Champions.
Maybe right one of the last ones when Scott Hall had that eagle that was.
That was a. I don't know if I can say anything. These are singles matches only, is what I'll say.
Okay. Flair in WCW.
Just think WCW people.
I don't know that many, and if I do, I think by the time he was there,
Maybe you should just go for somebody we're going to think of.
Yeah, it's not Jericho.
It's not Jericho, yes.
Big WCW names.
I do, but they're all like guys that he would have never wrestled. Like when
I
I
don't know that.
Why don't you say it? But what were their big stars? That's not Hogan and Sting.
Goldberg, but he didn't wrestle Goldberg.
Yeah, well, there's more than 3 stars.
That's all I know. I didn't. Let's see.
Nope.
Fuck, I'm gonna be out here. I'll say
Just say
he
anything.
wrestled.
1990. The Clash of Champions goes back to like 1988. So just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone that was in WCW from 88 to 2000, well, 99, 98 was the last one, I think. And they stopped having them so they can have, instead, if they were a waste of pay-per-view, Eric Bischoff thought. So that's why they're like, let's just make these all pay-per-views instead of free shows that come on Tuesday nights or whatever.
I want to say there was one other WWE guy in there that he wrestled there.
I'm going to look.
Yes, there is.
There should be a couple of them.
Yeah, I can think of, there's at least 4 people who had big WWE runs.
Piper, Roddy Piper.
That's a good one.
But it's incorrect.
I know I'm out.
Tyler.
Vader.
Vader is correct, yes.
That's what I was gonna say. That was my guess because I said they wrestled.
Andy Galaxy Brain, do you want to talk you out of it?
Yeah.
Lex Luger. That's my pick.
Lex Luger is correct.
See, that was like, Lex Luger?
Ricky Steamboat?
Ricky Steamboat
There
is
you go.
correct. That was the 2 out of 3 falls match up
Holy
against
fuck,
WrestleMania 5.
It was the
Did he
bubbly.
wrestle Terry Funk at a Clash of Champions?
The legendary I Quit match, yes. Now it gets hard.
now
Now it gets hard. Sting's out, Steamboat's out, Funk's out,
Oh.
Luger is out, Vader is out, Hogan is out.
How many are there?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 left, and they're all pretty hard.
Well, when he had the U.S. title, I believe he was wrestled on.
And there is
Clash of
the
Champions.
tiebreaker is going to be tag matches are allowed. That's the tiebreaker here.
I said, Lex Luger, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, Dave.
No, you said Luger. I said.
Nobody. Didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I thought I said Steamboat after he said.
Oh, yeah, you did say
Oh, you did,
Steamboat.
yeah, Tyler,
that's right,
too.
that's right.
I said Vader.
Yeah,
That was
Oh,
before
okay,
that.
then
Yeah.
it's my turn again.
It's your no, it's the second. He said Vader before that. It's the second time around.
No, I said Terry Funk. That was my second pick.
Terry
Oh,
Funk.
yeah,
was
he
last
did
man
say
Yeah,
standing.
Vader's
Vader.
right.
Okay, so it is my
So it's
turn.
you, Andy.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, it gets hard here. We might have all three go out here.
I think I can name one more person, but that's about
Barry
it.
Windham.
No.
Oh, wow. I'm out. My next one was,
You want it? Don't save it. You're back in if we have to go to a tiebreaker. Tiebreakers just we keep naming people.
I
Till
know he
somebody gets one
defended
right.
that U.S. title, but I'm thinking of the pay-per-view match instead of,
You
it's
might
really
be.
good.
While you guys are thinking,
Riveting radio.
Yeah,
while you guys are thinking for dead air space here,
Yeah.
we have.
Rick Rude is incorrect. That was a Bash of the Beach.
So, but when the time Rick Rude had the world title, Ric Flair left, and then he came back and then
Beat Flair for the title.
Yeah.
I knew he had a match with Flair.
Tyler for the win.
Here's the issue. I know these two did wrestle at pay-per-view, but I don't know if the Clash of Champions. Did he wrestle Eddie Guerrero at Clash of Champions?
He did not.
So I said Kurt Hennig, though.
He did
wrestle
not.
Kurt
So
Hennig?
what we're going to do now is, since it's down to the three of you, Tony is out.
Oh.
We are just name names. The first person to say a right name.
Let him go around the board again.
Okay, think of a name.
I said Kurt Hennig. I thought they had a
Kurt Hennig
question.
incorrect. Not at probably the pay. I think it was a sold out actually.
While Dave is thinking, we have 3 candles on the table here. We talked about it before with Loki and Layla. I have the Voodoo Child King Corso candle. They just came out with a pop culture line, and I got the Tutti fucking Fruity, which is a quote from
I have no idea.
Devil's Rejects, and right now we're burning their Get Some brand, which is their military brand, which is the dog candles. Every proceed goes to a dog shelter or animal shelter. The military candles all go to military benefits. This one's called Welcome Home Warm Apple Pie. It's fucking awesome. It smells amazing. So yeah, go check out them at Loki and Layla Candles on Facebook, and they have a webpage. You can order some nice candles. They're really, really cool.
Dave, do you have a guess? If we go around one more time, I'm going to open up the tag matches too.
That entire spiel was for you to think of something,
Yeah.
so we had no dead
yeah,
air.
just say anything. Just say
The
it.
Giant, incorrect.
Oh, Jesus. Did he wrestle...
I got one. I got a couple.
See, it's rough once you're down. Once the big
Yeah.
names are out, then
Fucking
it's
rough for me. I never watched WCW in my life.
I went back and watched almost all the clashes. Like, I never seen these.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch a lot of the old school Clash of Champions. Did he wrestle... He didn't wrestle 6 at all, right? X-Pac 6?
Incorrect. Now we're opening up the tag matches, and keep in mind that some of these incorrect answers may be correct for a tag match.
I think there was a main event, Ric Flair and Hawk.
Ric Flair
For one of them. Yeah, I think Hawk got a title shot at the Clash of Champions.
Incorrect. That was Great American Bash.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, that's the issue. Ric Flair's had so many matches.
We're opening up the tag matches now.
Do you want to
so-
say that the
so
ones that
you-
we didn't get right for singles?
No, singles is still open. If you can hit either, singles
okay.
or tag.
The Outsiders.
Name one.
Kevin Nash.
Incorrect. Tyler.
Scott Hall.
Just gonna double check here. Incorrect. And remember, maybe some of the names you said before may be correct.
Yeah. Pillman.
Pillman is correct.
Yeah, that's
Andy
very
is our
nice.
winner.
A title shot.
Flair and Arn against the Hollywood
Yeah.
Blondes.
Who were the
And
singles?
did he
that
ever
get?
wrestle Ricky Morton at a Cross the Championship?
No, I'll go over the ones that, as far as singles matches.
Marty Jannetty.
He also wrestled the Junkyard Dog.
Oh my
In a
God.
singles match, Clash of
right.
Champions.
He even says that was a
I
shot.
got that.
Butch Reed, he
Oh,
wrestled in a
wow.
singles match. Scott Steiner, right before Scott Steiner
yeah,
was the WWF.
yeah.
It was when he had the Spartacus haircut right
Yeah.
after he cut his hair. Here's one that's very hard to get. The only
Tom
other
Zink?
This one's crazy.
Bobby Eaton.
Bobby
he
Eaton.
wrestled a singles
I
match.
bet that was
2
pretty
out of
good.
3 falls with Bobby Eaton.
Yeah.
As far as tag matches, also Bobby Eaton.
In Midnight Express.
Stan Lane, yep, Midnight Express. Dick Slater, he wrestled
Oh.
in a tag match. The Great Muta. It
Oh,
was,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Flair and Sting against
Yeah,
Muta and Dick
yeah.
Slater. He also wrestled in a 6-man with Flair, Ole, and Arn against Great Muta, Buzz Sawyer,
Okay.
and the Dragon Master. It was Kendo Nagasaki. Steve Austin, Brian Pillman, the Hollywood Blondes. Awesome Kong, not Karma.
Yeah,
The Colossal
the
Kongs.
Kongs. Yeah,
Awesome Kong
they
and
were
King
terrible.
Kong. Vader again in tag matches and a handicap match. Rick Rude in a tag match. That's why I said some of them may be correct for tag matches. Hulk Hogan again in the tag match.
Macho
Randy
Man?
Savage
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a tag match. Yeah, it was Savage and Hogan against Flair and the Giant. Six in a tag match. And Conan in a tag.
Wow,
At the
we got
last
Conan.
Clash of the Champions, it was Ric Flair and Kurt Hennig.
Wow.
It was in that little bit of time before he turned on him against
I mean, he slammed the door
Six
in
and
his
Conan.
Never should have turned. Should have stayed 4 Horsemen. That's what I say.
Yeah, there was too many people on the
Since
NWO.
the majority of us have watched WCW a good bit of our lives, am I the only one that thought Steve McMichael was one of the worst members of the Four
I think
Horsemen?
everyone.
Oh, I
thought
think
that.
he was the worst. for sure,
I think the only person people think was worse
And
is Paul Roma.
They let him do the tombstone. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he could have really hurt some people with that. They say he was a really nice guy though.
He sucked.
So that was our game.
I like it.
That was fun. One of the ideas I had for a game, I think, and it's very possible. If
We may be doing this next
Yeah.
week, as a matter of fact.
It's you know how like they have like we're gonna give you 3 truths and you have to guess the one that's
Oh
not.
yeah.
That except it could be either gimmicks or storylines. Like which one of these storylines is actually not true?
Or you could be like, which one of these guys?
Tony,
Like 2 of these
real
guys.
quick.
What?
Remember what we
Yes.
said?
You could do title wins too, like Roman Reigns had like
So-
one of these titles he didn't have. And he
Yeah.
just left.
So
Right.
like the fake gimmick one would be like which one of these didn't happen, and like the first one would be like Triple H had sex with a dead body.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, that's definitely not true, but
It's true,
technically true. So like you can get like really fucking like WWE had a segment where
Real quick before we do the scorecards, I'm going to step out for a second.
yeah, where
Triple H didn't roofie somebody on live television.
yeah, Triple H roofied Stephanie and forced her to get married. Like true. They cut off Val Venus's penis on live TV. Almost cut off Val Venus's penis on live
Chop,
TV.
chop, Pete.
And then they had to get help from John Wayne Bobbitt. It's like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah.
Who, if you're watching now, who the hell is this guy? Yeah,
Chucky-
I like the game. It's fun.
WCW did a
Chucky was in
Chucky
Chucky,
promo against Rick Steiner.
RoboCop.
A mummy.
Yeah, that's the Yeti. I think there was another like movie person.
There was a mummy too, I thought.
Yeah, that's the Yeti.
The Giant Gonzalez was he the other one?
Yeah, well, he was El Gigante.
Yeah.
And then there was Zeus was in. He was the gangster.
Yeah,
there's
Zeus-
there's
yeah,
a
Zeus
cage
was on
match.
War
It's
Games.
Why is
yeah.
the Kiss demon not in for the Hollywood, the Halloween downloads?
Yeah, it was Hogan and Macho Man versus like every heel at the
Everybody,
time.
yeah, that was like '97. I
Yeah.
love that match. That match is it's really bad, but like it's fun.
And like Zeus is in it, and this big guy, I forget his the final solution.
They have like 3 cages in that match.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like 'cause I guess either the final, the ultimate, whatever Hitler's plan was, that was his name. They're no, it's offensive, so they changed it to the other. I
What
forget.
was I remember having the Best of Halloween Havoc tape. It was a cage match with an electric chair.
Yeah, and they had to electrocute him.
Yeah.
It's the Steiners and Mick Foley's at a Cactus Jack. I think it's Cactus Jack, Abdullah versus the Steiners. There might be more. Oh, no,
No, there was like 10-man team.
Yeah, I think yeah.
But they put Scott Steiner in the chair, and Mick Foley's there like playing to the crowd, getting ready to flip the switch.
And
to
it falls
electrocute.
down.
He gets up, literally belly to bellies Abdullah the Butcher in there. Foley's not paying attention at all. Puts Abdullah in there, straps him in. Foley's like, goodbye, and electrocutes his own guy and loses the match.
Yeah, and there's a part in the match where the switch falls down.
Yeah.
They show it's like, oh.
Why? While Brian stepped out for a second here. SmackDown, Raw and SmackDown.
Hey, Raw had a good women's tag match.
Raw. I don't think Raw was terrible.
I thought Raw was better than SmackDown. SmackDown was kind of a bore this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I don't think they were both awful though.
No, I wouldn't say awful.
SmackDown had its moments, but Raw definitely had the better show this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Steve Austin thing was
The
entertaining.
beer
I
bash
liked-
at the
yeah.
end was hilarious.
It was so rushed. Though.
Steve
Like, as soon as the
Austin's
match was
still
over,
great.
like get out there,
Yeah,
Steve, get out
yeah.
there.
We're not on time.
The
We're not on
ma-
time.
It was literally a 3 count, and you're waiting to hear the other music, and Austin's music hits.
Yeah.
People eat up the nostalgia.
Did you hear about the dark match main event?
No.
The B team versus the Fiend. That was the
Good.
dark match main event.
That was for SmackDown. Yeah.
Versus the Fiend.
Yeah.
So are we gonna get Fiend versus Taker? You think?
Eventually.
I do. I think a Mania.
At Mania.
Yeah, I, think
I
it's
think.
fine.
So you think they're still gonna do Fiend at Hell in a Cell versus?
Yeah, but I think it won't be for the title.
Yeah, I think Fiend will drop the title by then, which will suck. But
Of all the people
If
who
he
could have
wins
had
the title,
interrupt
I still
Undertaker,
don't know.
you picked Sami Zayn though.
I think because
Well-
you're swerving people.
I think it's just to have someone get beat up. That was
Yeah.
it. I mean, Undertaker's like, hey, I'm here for no reason. Chokeslam Sami Zayn.
Now, did
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
else
we
feel
can
like
Undertaker.
his promo is a little more heartfelt than a standard Taker promo this week? This was more like him saying, like, this might be my last time in the Garden, so I'm going to take these 5 minutes to thank the crowd and just reminisce one more time about how long I've been here.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe.
I fast forwarded through it. I don't
Me
care.
too.
I don't care what he has to say anymore.
I want to tell everyone.
digging holes.
Digging holes
people in
and
'em.
digging souls.
I'm gonna go to Saudi Arabia and wrestle.
Make a bunch of money.
I can't figure out if I have hair or if I'm bald.
Just retire. It's like just
My
please
pectoral muscles look really strange.
And I take my top off when I shouldn't. He should come out the old Undertaker, like the original outfit.
yeah.
Like the purple gloves and
Yeah,
That would
with the
be
tie.
sick.
Gray
yeah.
gloves.
That
Yeah.
is
Bill
sick.
Goldberg
Yeah, the gray.
had a horrible match with me, but I made up for it with my boy Roman.
Maybe he can put him under a spell and we can have Paul Bearer Heyman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God.
that'd be great. All right, so Clash of Champions. These are in no particular order. We're going to go through this list here. We're going to try to do it as quick as possible. Actually, we really don't have to. We have a lot of time here. So, Robert. I don't know why I said that.
Robert.
I know.
Robert Gibson?
I know a guy named Robert Rowan. But it's Roman Reigns versus Rowan.
Eric Rowan. He has
Eric
his name
Rowan.
back now, which
Yeah.
is gonna be very hard in commentary to say Roman. Like,
Yeah.
oh. I want to do this because it'll be fun. Yeah. Also, give your interest level of the match. I have zero interest. in
Zero.
this match.
Yeah, I'm about. I'm
Yeah,
right
mine's probably like a 1.
Yeah. So we'll start with Dave. Dave, who do you got to win the match?
Roman Reigns.
Roman. Brian.
Roman.
Tyler.
Roman.
I think it's gonna be across the board.
I can't. But I can't just put R for like the winner.
Yeah.
I
Put RR or
I think
ER.
Roman's
You
gonna
could
win
write. You
too.
could write BD for the big dog.
Yeah. So Roman's gonna win.
Yeah.
Rom or Ro? ROM or ROW?
Yeah.
How
RR
many?
or ER?
How many different weapon types will be used?
See, this is the thing. Like, that's just like.
Oh, is it a no?
It's not a
is it
small
No DQ.
Oh. 4.
I'll say 3.
I'll say 3 as well.
Okay, so 3 from Brian.
I'll
3
say
from
4.
Tony.
Chair, table,
3.
something.
Like a chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stairs. Does that count?
Stairs.
Stairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Superman punches. 3.
They just did like 4 on that little segment they did in SmackDown.
Yeah. I'll
So-
say 3 again.
Okay, you say 3.
But that's like wrestling logic.
I'm
though.
gonna say 5.
See, he used so many in that brawl, but in the match, Hurley used like
Yeah,
I'll say
yeah.
2, and then
I'm also going to say 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me 4. I'll split the difference between all these.
Does Daniel Bryan interfere?
no.
No.
Yes.
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 I'm gonna say yes as well. You go.
He said yes.
Does the match enter the crowd?
He was a yes for that.
Yes, I'm a yes as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna
Match-
say match yes. They're gonna go out in a little bit. If they go over the railing, that's the crowd. So yes.
Yeah, I say yes as well.
I do too.
So we all say yes for that.
Yep.
Yes, across the board.
Then I'll
It was
just-
going to be a walk and brawl spot.
Gulak, Carlillo,
Umberto
Carrillo.
Carrillo, and I don't know the other guy's
Lince
name.
Dorado.
I've never seen that in Berto in my life, and I hate that name. Let's say Dorado's good. And who's the other guy?
Umberto Carrillo.
and Drew Gulak.
Oh, Drew Gulak. Is he the champion?
yes.
Yes.
I think champion keeps it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Yeah, I'll go
Ciampa?
Gulak too.
Huh?
Ciampa?
The champion keeps it.
I thought you said Ciampa.
so Drew. Let's
Yeah.
write Drew.
We're all going Drew pretty much, I think.
Anybody not want Drew?
Is anyone not picking Drew? That makes it easier.
Yeah.
Okay, we all say Drew Gulak is going. to
Who
win the
takes the fall? I'll say fucking Dorado, dude.
title. Lindsay Dorado. So
Yeah, I
you
think
say-
Lindsay takes the fall.
Same.
Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay will take a fall.
I'm gonna go the other guy.
I'm going to hold
Carrillo's
this
getting
like
a bit
that.
of a
Huh?
push.
I'm going to hold it
see
like this
him-
now.
You don't like that? Oh,
No, I'm going to hold it like this.
I'm gonna say what's his last name? Corretto.
Carrillo. Carillo. Carrillo.
Well, I took the other guy. I took the guy with the D.
Did anybody
That's,
take
that's
Humberto?
Lindsay. I know him.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody did take Humberto for that?
He did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Aerial moves. I'll say 6.
Yeah. Okay.
7.
Who said 7?
I'll take 7.
Right.
Brian.
I'll take 8.
Okay, I'm gonna go 6 as well.
5.
5. Okay. This is pretty
Match time.
10 minutes.
12 minutes. I'm gonna say 12. Yeah, 10. I'll say
9.
I'll go with 10. 10.
8.
What is this?
Price is right.
I can name that too.
$1.
What do you say for match?
I'm going to say
time?
9 minutes.
Okay.
9 minutes.
All right.
I'll say
So just remember, in the order you go is the order this goes.
Yep.
yeah, I'll say
AJ
9.
versus Cedric.
I have
Fall
a
type.
space.
I'm gonna say pin.
Oh, they don't have winner.
Oh
first?
yeah, I'm sorry. AJ versus Cedric. AJ.
Yeah. No, doesn't anyone think it's.
I am taking Cedric.
Wow.
Give me Cedric as well.
Wow.
And is this for the title?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it?
All titles are on the line on this show.
yes.
That's the Clash of Champions gimmick.
AJ doesn't need the title.
No. Pass me the bubbly.
Which one?
Do you want the
you want-
cranberry or the grape?
Yeah.
The standard.
This is.
That's a cranberry.
Just cider.
Oh no, this is
Yeah, we didn't get a grape one. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. I was like, what was that? And I did this.
Everyone good? The fall type. I say pin.
Okay, so pin for Tony.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say we all say pin.
I'm going to say DQ.
Okay. And then we all say pin. So that should be. That probably might be one of the best matches on the show.
I
think so.
I think it'd steal the show. Actually, I think the next match is going to be really good. Aerial moves. I'll say 5.
4.
I'll play 7, play 5.
I was gonna go 6.
I'll take 6 as well.
All right, who's that one?
Is Alexander attacked after the match?
Yes.
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 Especially if he wins. I think we all say yes for that one. So
Win or lose, I think he's getting beat up.
So do I.
Because I think that's what they're going to use.
I like him, but I hate his music.
I think they're going to set up for a Survivor Series with the club and somebody.
Oh, War Raiders probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the match I'm excited for. Nakamura versus The Miz.
Miz.
I'm going Miz.
Really?
Miz.
Nakamura.
This is their way
Nakamura.
of this is their way of erasing Chris Jericho out of the history books.
Miz.
I was thinking that, yeah, but I'm still going Nakamura.
I'm going to take the Miz. I think this is their way of getting rid of Jericho, at least as the only 9-time Intercontinental Champion.
He'd have to win it twice.
I'll go with
Or
Nakamura.
was he 8 already?
He has 8 now.
Yeah, so you guys
Okay.
got Miz and we all got Nakamura.
Yep.
No, Miz is at 7.
Miz
Miz has 7.
8.
He has 8. He
Miz
needs one
has
more.
8.
He
He
ties
needs one more to
Jericho.
tie Jericho for the most all
I
time.
thought Jericho had 8.
The most
as
WWE
well.
ones, but then he has that New Japan one, so he's 10-time Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Nakamura's 5-time Intercontinental Champion, counting
Yeah.
New Japan.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 or 5.
Does Zayn cut a promo before the match?
Yes.
Yes.
I say no.
Really, you say no.
No.
I'm gonna say yes to that. So we all say yes.
Was anybody no for that? The promo?
them two?
I did.
Okay.
I
yeah.
said no.
Okay, so again, different.
Near falls.
I'm not going many because it's
2.
The Miz.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3.
I go 3.
5.
Oh, hey now.
Near falls. Let's go 2.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see many.
Yeah. Does Sami Zayn interfere?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I went with 5 just
No.
on the fact that
Who said no?
Tony's a no. Tony's a no for that.
just because the Miz has so many moves that lead into near falls. That's the only reason I said.
I think Sami Zayn comes out and they take him to go in the back immediately, and I think you get a clean one-on-one match between two good superstars with no chance of interference.
Negative.
You know,
Do you think Nakamura drops the belt already in that case?
Yeah.
I don't enjoy Miz
don't
matches.
I do.
Miz would have been good in the 80s.
Yeah.
Even
But
if
now it's
Miz
like-
wins it and loses it back to Nakamura on Tuesday night, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss and Cross versus Rose DeVille. Rose DeVille.
I'm going with the champs,
Fire,
Alexa and
they're called.
Okay, so-
Alexa and Nikki.
Their team name is
So-
Desire and Fire, which is so stupid. It should be called Sex and Violence. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, the sex violence which were okay, so what
I'm going Rose DeVille.
okay, I don't know how
R&D.
I did it right. Yeah, I guess
Even
you
though
did.
I know the Bliss and Cross are going to win, this is my chance to maybe sweep one.
I'd say
first.
Alexa.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going Alexa, too.
Alexa and
Maybe say
what's her
Alexa.
face?
That's right, Alexa.
Alexa.
What's Mandy Rose and Sonya got much better though.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
yeah.
I'm trying to say. Well, what the fuck is her name?
Corey called her an attractive Luthez.
Yeah, I
Her
was
beautiful
like-
Luthez.
Supposedly Corey tweeted about that he's retiring, but I think he's just trolling people.
Yeah, he's
Well, they are saying he's going to be on one show or the other because they're going to do very separate
I think they
teams,
should
yeah.
do that.
Who makes the fall? I think Rose makes the fall.
What if you don't think Alexa does, even though they're not going to win? Okay, so Sonya.
Mandy said.
Mandy
yeah,
Rose
yeah.
makes the fall. And I will say Nikki Cross takes it.
Okay, well, let me write everyone's for.
I'm going to say that Nikki gets the fall.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah, I didn't
Nikki
take the ball as
gets
well.
the fall.
Nikki! I don't care. She's my friend. And she sounds so
What
stupid.
about you?
She's my friend, Nikki.
Give me Alexa.
Okay.
Everybody's going Nikki. I'll take Alexa.
And then what's the next one is who gets pinned?
Mandy.
Who gets pinned?
Mandy.
Here we go.
Okay, they said Mandy.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it!
I'll say Sonya. Just
You guys are idiots if you don't think I'm giving it to Rose and DeVille.
who do you?
They're hot lesbians.
Only one of them.
Only one of them.
Yeah, HLA.
Not when I get done with the storyline.
A little HLA. bitch.
God damn it! Nikki Cross on TV's awful.
Somebody get her a mask.
He probably did say, call her ugly. She is ugly.
I know that he definitely wrote that stupid promo. For sure.
We're not using a Lucha house party. Let her borrow one of those goddamn masks.
Hey Vince, when's Dana Brooke coming back?
Never.
I don't know why. Big titted blonde. You think
She's got big muscles. She helps tear the ring down.
Main events on Hulu. You can see her and
Yeah, apparently.
Wait, what?
Apparently she's been wrestling Sarah Logan like for the past. It's terrible.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, those two big broads. They do all
Mandy
the
takes
manual
the pin.
labor.
Okay.
yeah, I'm saying Mandy
Vince
Lynch.
very
after who
offensive.
takes the fall?
Tony, who gets pinned?
I said Nikki Cross does.
Okay.
No. What's after?
Yeah, no, because he picked.
Oh, Aerial Moves is next.
Ariel from
Aaron
them.
moves for
Yep.
this match.
One. I'm gonna say Alexa does that moonsault thing.
Two.
Bliss. I'm
Two.
going two.
I'll say 1.
I'm gonna say 1.
And everyone's
I'll say 1 because it's plus minus.
Nikki Cross does that missile drop kick. That's what I'm counting on.
No, that's Twisted Bliss. The other two don't do anything off the top rope.
Yeah.
The New Day versus the Revival
Oh, I forgot interest levels in this match. Oh, 0.
for New Day Revival.
Yeah, I don't want to see this at all.
Yeah, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I'm actually not even gonna be watching the show live. So
I mean,
I'd rather watch that women's tag match. My interest in that's probably about a 6.
I'd rather see the
really.
War Raiders on here, but we're not gonna get that.
I ain't gonna be watching.
AJ Cedric at that like 10.
I'm gonna be watching my undefeated Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday.
Stop it.
Boo.
So, who do we have? Who are you picking? New Day Revival.
Revival.
Oh, I gotta put your names.
Who is it for the New Day?
Hold on.
Woods and
Woods
Biggie?
and Biggie.
Yeah.
Wait, is this for the SmackDown
Yep.
tag titles? New Day. Sorry, New Day. I'm taking New Day.
New Day.
I'm on a new page here, so I had to.
Yeah.
No, New Day.
Not a new page.
Yeah. What did you say? New Day?
New Day.
Anybody taking Revival?
I am.
Tony's taking the
I'll take
Revival.
a New Day.
Okay. I think we're all New Day across the board there.
Everybody but Tony. Is
If Tony wins the belt on
Oh,
Sunday, we
Tony
know
said
why.
Revival? You said Revival?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting crazy. I think it's gonna be a bad night for the New Day team.
I mean, I still can't believe that as
okay.
far as moves that have
Intrigued.
never been kicked out of, there's 3 on the active roster. The End
Juice
of Days, the 630, and the Shatter Machine. Nobody's ever kicked out of the Shatter Machine.
Okay.
Nobody should kick anybody's finisher. In all reality.
Who makes the fall? I will say.
So who pinned, like if Xavier pins Dash Wilder?
I will say Wilder makes the fall,
Okay.
and Xavier takes the fall.
Oh, that's the next one then?
Yeah,
Okay.
You want to just go in a circle here then?
yeah. We'll just do one of the two here.
All right, so yeah, Tony will do that. I will say that Big E pins Dash Wilder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same exact thing. Biggie. Yep. And Dash.
Woods pins Dawson.
I don't know.
If I lose my title,
I don't know. I kind of don't care.
I think I'm gonna do terrible this
I'll
card.
say
but
Big
I
E
go for
pins.
I go.
Yeah, you're either going to be first or last.
Yeah.
You're throwing a Hail
If
Mary.
you're
here.
not first, you're last.
Okay.
All right.
Bonk.
It is
What's
going
next?
to be how many notes by Francesca?
Oh. Does he even come out with that anymore?
Yeah.
Does he?
I will say.
Does entrance count?
Yes.
I think. I will say 8.
Jesus Christ. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I thought he stopped coming out with that. Seriously, I fast forward to the new day stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that risk, and I'm gonna say
0.
0. Yeah, I'm gonna say 0.
I thought he didn't come out with it anymore, so I will say 0 as well.
What's the plus under for that?
Plus minus 1 each way.
So I don't fucking know. Let's say he plays 4 notes. I don't know.
Bump, bump, bump. That's 3 or 4, right? Bump, bump, bump. That's 3. Yeah.
I say.
I'm going to say 12. Because he usually plays it like 3 or 4 times.
All right. Is everybody good there?
Can I get that bottle opener right there?
Bailey
It blends
versus
in.
Flair.
This match I want to see. Interest
should be
level,
good.
probably about an
This
8.
should be
I'd say
really
I'm
good.
moderately interested in this.
I want Bailey to keep it, but I don't think she's going to.
Okay, so you say Charlotte.
But I'm going to keep Bailey.
Okay.
It's heel on heel. I don't
Does
think
anyone
it's-
picking Charlotte?
No.
I'm not.
I am picking Bailey. Yeah.
Okay, then we all
Did
say-
anybody else
then we
see
all
that
say
they
Bailey.
had to cover up Bailey's little wardrobe malfunction?
What, her ass come out?
Yeah.
That'd be one. I didn't see that at all. Well,
yeah.
they would edit the whole thing out of Hulu Raw, so.
That's a lot of editing.
Was it Raw or SmackDown?
I want to say it was Raw when she got rolled up and...
Oh, a little bit of ass cheek, or a little bit of butt crack came out.
Oh, it was almost full underwear visible.
Who cares?
Oh, no, she was
There's
wearing
a whole website for
She was wearing
Mr.
a thong,
Skin.
and basically when her tights came down, you basically saw the whole thong and cheeks.
Yeah. You know why I don't care about thongs anymore? Because Lita wore it every week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you still love Bailey's ass.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
It's an insanely big
Yeah.
butt.
That's
Yeah.
where all her.
He
You said,
cannot
look,
lie.
she got ass.
He like.
Are you denying that?
She gives Naomi a run.
Yeah.
And Naomi's got a lot going on.
Where is Naomi? What happened to Naomi?
Her and
Is she a man?
Uso drinking somewhere.
Naomi.
They're having a little bit of the bubbly.
Drinking with Jesus.
Bailey. Scarlett Bordeaux.
I'll tell you what, that video, we'll get into it after, but the video that I shared with our next week superstar showcase, she had
Oh, that one in New Japan.
she had a butt in
Yeah, I
that
see that
video.
one, yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
So what's that? What's after winning? The winner.
Fall type.
Oh, well, if you say Bailey, it has to be
Pin.
pinfall. Yeah.
Pinfall, yeah.
But I guess we all say pinfall. Pinfall.
And near falls.
I'm going to say 5. 5
gonna
near
s-
falls.
I'm going to say 4.
Wait. Does near fall only count falls, right? Not submissions?
Yeah.
Okay,
6.
4. Yeah, I'm going to go down to 4.
Okay.
I think you can get a figure 8 spot, too.
You guys.
Pinfall and give me 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
It should be pretty good.
And the last one is match over 15 minutes. Yes.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's just under.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a hair under 15.
I think
11 match card, I think it's going to be under 15.
I think because Charlotte really didn't get much time to work with
Yeah,
last
I'll
pay-per-view,
say yes.
I think they'll give Charlotte more time.
No. I think it's with everybody else. It's going to be maybe 12, 13,
Yeah.
just somewhere in
I'd
there.
say it's slightly under.
Kofi versus Orton.
Kofi.
Interest level 0. Don't want to watch this one at all.
Kofi.
So Kofi keeps it.
Orton.
Orton.
I think Kofi keeps it.
Orton.
I think they do not want to lose Orton possibly to another company. And this is
I don't think there's
Yeah,
any
that's not going to happen. I don't
chance.
think they're worried about that.
I don't know.
He just got a raise. I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't think he's going anywhere, but that
They're going to set up.
they
Hell in a
put him
Cell
over
next
so
month either
strong
way.
on SmackDown, I think he's losing.
I think he's a lifer. I don't think you
He's
never
not
have to go
going
back
anywhere.
anywhere.
Thought Jericho was a lifer.
Yeah, but Orton's a little different. He's a lot stingier. Where he thinks WWE is like that's all he's ever known. That's what his dad
Yeah.
was. Like.
Yeah.
So I don't see him going anywhere else.
Near falls. 4.
That's
5.
when I think we'll have a lot of near falls. I think this will be 6.
Was it 5?
I said 5. Brian.
I'll say 6.
6. I'll go 5 too.
6.
Time.
Time. 16 minutes. I'll go.
I was going to say the same thing.
18.
16, yeah.
18.
I'll go 17. Just cut the difference.
Dave says 38. Like Walter match.
Give me the 19. I'll take the high number.
They're going Broadway.
I can't. I couldn't.
Blame
take
the bubbly.
I couldn't take a 40-minute Randy Orton match.
Headlock.
There's still that pay-per-view I never watched where Randy Orton
This
jumped
is,
in and
this
had
is
an
an
hour
actual.
long
This is an
Iron Man
actual
match.
thing. How many times does Randy Orton yell "stupid"?
Oh, because he does that now.
7.
3.
3.
So you said 7.
I think we get 1 stupid.
3,
I think Kofi.
I'll say 4.
4.
Stupid. Stupid.
You say
Stupid.
3?
I think it's going to be.
Stupid.
I said 2.
He might do it like after every stomp. Stupid.
No God.
Okay, I
Stupid.
can see that, but I'm
That would
sticking
be
with
the
3.
finish. Her have Kofi down where he could have probably won by free yell super at him, and Kofi would have to trouble in paradise and pin him.
Yeah.
Quick.
Brings him up for an
I,
RKO.
Or rolls him up.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I still think of that as the Garvin stomp, too,
Yeah.
when he stomps like that.
Becky versus Banks.
I think this one might be pretty good.
Here's my-
Interest level 7.
I have a side prediction for this. I actually think this will be the main event. They're not going to say it leading up to pay-per-view, but I already think that Baron and Seth, there's going to be interference, so I think this match will go on last.
I say Becky wins.
Yeah, I'm going Becky. I think they're building a Bailey and Becky
The man.
at Survivor Series.
I'm going Sasha Banks.
Banks.
I said Becky.
Yeah, I'm saying Banks.
What? I said Becky.
Becky.
I think I got everybody.
All right. So I have Sasha. Submission.
Oh, because they both do submissions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go submission, too.
Submission.
Yeah.
Submission across the board.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, submission. Yeah.
Finishers.
Is this
They don't-
locked
they don't
in or
really-
attempts?
2.
They don't really do finishers. Like they.
Their
Bank
finishers.
statement and armbar, right?
Do you
This
count her
armor?
Meteora, the double knees off the top? Does that count?
I don't
Owner?
think so. No.
I think it's probably going to just be bank statement and armbar. I think they're going to get 2. I think Becky gets out of the bank statement and,
'Cause they
and
don't-
wins with an
Becky
armbar.
don't have any other setup moves or anything.
5 finishers for me.
But she should have a setup, you know?
Yeah.
You say 5. I'm not going to go 2.
Yeah, I'll say 6. I'll say they lock in a submission 3 times each on each other. And
Give me
Sasha gets
4,
her tap
2
on the
each.
last one.
Okay.
And then the last one's going to be submission rope breaks. And I
Oh,
have,
Jesus Christ.
I have
2.
1. I'm gonna go 1.
I'll go 5.
But like you don't have to have the submission on to get a rope break because you'd be like, oh, I got the rope, you know.
yeah.
So I'll say like 5.
Yeah, I'll go 5.
I'll stick with 1.
Okay, 1 for Brian.
Give me 3.
I accidentally messed up. So the
What did
very-
you say?
the-
4?
I said 4. Yeah, the very last match of this card was supposed to be earlier up the card, but I didn't put it in the right spot.
We're missing 3.
2. You're missing 2.
I thought Braun was getting a United States title
He
shot.
is. Yeah.
No, it's not. Cedric is.
Cedric.
Cedric's
What
next
happened
on
there?
AJ.
Braun has a tag team title match and the Universal title match.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was getting a...
So actually, technically, the next one is the one-on-one. So Seth versus
Ain't there
Strowman.
one more thing for this match?
There's a tag team title match. There's a
Yeah, that's gonna be the last one. I put it in the wrong spot. So we're gonna go Seth versus Strowman one-on-one.
No,
match.
no, like they have Becky submission and then rope breaks and submissions.
Yeah.
And that's
Is
it.
there?
Okay.
There's no
rope
time
break
thing for
submission
that?
and fall type.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Seth versus Strowman.
Seth.
Yeah, I'm the...
yeah.
Ooh, this
I've
is
said-
tough.
Seth.
I'm gonna say
You say
Seth.
Seth.
Yeah.
Does everyone say Seth?
Anybody taking Braun?
I think I might take Braun.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like Braun to win, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Seth's the new Superman.
Does it say fall type on there by chance?
It does.
DQ.
DQ.
Is what you say?
DQ. Yeah, I'm gonna go DQ. Actually,
Pin.
ooh, I'm gonna. No, I don't think the balls the double DQ. There, I'm gonna stick with Seth.
No, I hope not.
Yeah,
Pin.
Okay. What did you
DQ.
say? Okay.
DQ.
Yeah, I got DQ.
I think the
DQ.
Fiend gets involved.
You said pin, right?
I said DQ.
Oh, okay.
Tony said pin.
Yeah, Tony's pin. I think
I
everybody
have a
else is.
pin too.
That's why I don't think this will be the main event because they're not going to let this end on DQ. Was the main event.
Yeah. Hope not.
Sure they can.
They
Finishers.
can, but that would be such a shitty ending.
What's Braun's finish?
The
Power
slam.
Power slam.
Power
Oh yeah,
slam.
that's right. That's so lame. He should have electrical.
3.
3. I'm gonna say
Bulldog
3.
did it and it got over well.
Yeah, but that was the '80s, you know. So you said how much?
3.
Okay, 3.
I'm going 3 too. Same thing as Lesnar.
Okay,
3 curb
4.
stomps.
What are you?
3.
Yeah, I'll just say 3-2. Why not? Hell, let's make
Here we
it.
go.
Match time.
Oh Jesus! I'll give that 120.
18. I think Braun's a little
19.
limited.
Who's that 19?
I
Tyler.
said 19.
17. Okay.
20.
Okay. Here we go. That
Winner
match-
winner attacked after match.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess they have to set that up. So I'll say
No.
yes. You say no? Well, if he comes out but doesn't do nothing, that's not an attack.
That is true.
I think I'll say yes. That match I got one to see.
Braun Strowman, Seth versus Ziggler, and Bobby Roode.
Seth and Strowman.
I have to make another page. Ugh.
Well, it's only one more match.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna write it down here. So I'm gonna put Raw tag title match.
This one was actually the hardest one for me to decide because I could see the logic for either one winning. I could see the match ending with Braun and Seth getting into it then.
So I
costing
say
themselves
Seth
the
and
title.
Braun.
I'm gonna say Ziggler and Rude.
So do I.
Just write it across the top.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Strowman and Seth.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Put
Strowman and
SNS.
Seth too.
So we all say Roman.
Nope.
No, Tony and I are Ziggler and Rude.
I'm going
Okay.
Roode Ziggler.
R&Z.
R&Z for.
Someone said refer to them as the cool dads.
Cool Daddy-O's. Who takes the fall? Seth.
Seth.
Okay, so you say so. Tony.
I'll say Rude.
Okay. This match I'm not too interested in.
Yeah, I'm gonna battle like a 1.
I just don't care about that. When Dolph Ziggler's on TV, I'm like fast forward.
Rude. For me.
Okay. What did you say, Brian?
I say Seth.
Okay. And then I'm gonna say. What do I even have winning?
I have Roode making the fall.
Oh wait, I had that wrong. I don't want. I want Seth and them to win. So I'm gonna say Braun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on.
Mhm.
Who makes the fall was the supposed to be the first one.
Yeah.
Who takes the fall? So for me, it makes the fall would have been it's going to be Rude, and then takes the fall would be Seth.
Oh, okay, so you want Bobby Roode to pin him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ziggler beats Seth.
I'm gonna say Seth pins Rude.
Okay.
Does Rollins and Braun fight?
Hang on, wait.
Seth pins Roode. Okay, wait. Seth. Okay. And what did you say, Dave?
Give me Strowman pin Ziggler.
Okay.
Now that we got that cleared up.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, is this like an actual fight, or is this them like having a words
I don't
like
know.
they've been?
I don't know.
And who did you said Tony Bobby?
He
Roode
said
couldn't-
Rude beats Seth.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rude beats Seth. I had
You
to
see,
the way around.
the fight is
I
very
said Braun pins
touchy.
Ziggler.
like they're being touchy about it. Is it? Do they actually fight, or is this like do they
Or
argue
what
like
does it
they've
say?
been?
Fight.
It says, does Braun and Rollins fight? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you gotta. We all
They're
say
gonna
yes.
argue.
Does anybody think there's
I'll
not going to
say
be a
yes.
fight?
I say
Okay, we all say yes.
Yes. They're gonna argue again, like, "Yo, what are you doing? I had the match won."
I think Braun will power slam Seth and or power slam either Roode or Ziggler, and then just put Seth over top and walk out, and that's what they do.
Okay, yeah.
and then lead
yeah.
into his match later.
Yeah, I think.
What are the odds that that match opens the show?
Very high, I think.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Last three things.
Oh, the surprises and stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, this page. No, there's no.
All right. 24/7 title.
Who is the champion currently?
How many? Who leaves the champion?
Okay, so I was 20. I'm put it on the top here.
I say truth.
I say truth.
Yeah, truth.
No, well, we all say truth.
Yeah,
Truth.
if he even shows up.
Title changes. I'll say one.
Well,
Plus or minus. So.
should I go through and?
Wait, if Truth is
Count.
going to leave the champion, how's there only going to be one title change?
Oh, two title changes.
Yeah, see, that's why you have to go through and count.
Yeah.
Where should I put that?
Yeah, 2.
I'm also going to say 2.
2.
I think because it's Clash of
So
Champions.
you say 2.
All right, I'm throwing a curveball.
Okay, not
One
you're not-
title change. One title change.
Okay, I have one. I only have the world title change or universal title.
No, how many 24/7 title changes in the show?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have one title change for the Universal Championship. I mean, for the 24/7 Championship.
Yeah.
And I think we have the 16-time world champ leaving us as 24/7 champ.
After all that shit you just pulled, trying to
John Cena?
I said.
Oh
Ric Flair's
yeah, that's
not
right.
gonna be
He's
there.
suing them
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
John Cena?
I'm still doing it. Flair leaves champ.
That's
It's
ballsy.
Clash of Champions.
Tony's saying 24/7 title change and Ric Flair
Okay,
is the champion.
So I'm I have to put
That's ballsy.
Ric Flair there because
Yeah.
leads as champion. Then you have one title change.
No, I'm sorry. I'm being fucking retarded. 0 title changes. R-Truth keeps it.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm saying 2 in R-Truth.
Okay, so all truth. Yeah.
I'll say 2 in our truth.
I can figure this out. So we go two.
I would
I'm gonna
love,
say
I would love a Flair
I'm gonna
one
say
that's at-
4.
I'm waiting for Carmella to pin Truth.
Yeah,
When's
she's
that
got to
gonna
win it.
happen?
Our truth's knocked out and he can't pin the guy, and then Carmella just pins whoever.
Yeah.
And then they
People
take
get
off
knocked
the
out, yeah.
title.
Unscheduled appearances. You get 5.
Oh my god.
Well, our truth won because he's not technically scheduled right now.
Daniel Bryant.
Daniel Bryan, yeah.
Here,
Well, we should all go one at a time just
Yeah,
to make
go-
this
yeah.
easier on Andy. Who wants to go first?
You want to do all 5 at one, or you want to do
Everyone's
each of us
going
do one?
Let's, yeah, they can all do one.
I was going to do all 4.
Okay. Let's make it easy.
Yeah.
on Andy.
Fuck. Now you have me on the spot.
You want me to go first? I can go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm going to go Daniel Bryan. I'm going to go R-Truth. I'm going to go Carmella. Bray Wyatt. Am I going too fast? Sorry.
Does the Fiend count?
The Fiend. Yes,
It's
the
the
Fiend is
same.
Bray
It's the
Wyatt.
same person.
And who else? I'm going to go. Man, this is hard.
I got
volunteered.
it right here.
Who else am I going to go? I'm going to go.
You have 5. You have Truth, Carmella, Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan. Oh yeah.
You might have to bring up the scorecards again. Are the club listed with AJ Styles? Do they
Yes.
count?
Yes.
Oh, so they wouldn't count then if they're
No,
listed
they
to come out.
they are. This is AJ
They are
Styles
listed?
with the club.
Okay, they are
with
listed,
the OC.
okay.
Oh, so this is also say Nakamura with Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say Drake Maverick. I'm going to
Okay.
stick with the 24/7 title.
Yeah, I'll go Drake Maverick, Daniel Bryan, R-Truth, The Fiend, and did I say R-Truth?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go Carmella, yeah. She's sure fucking R-Truth.
Let me say that as a lady eats some dog food.
Yeah, I know she's killing me.
Montez
That's
Ford.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Street Profits.
Oh, yeah.
You want both of them?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll
just
just
write
write
Street Profits. Carmella, Truth, and Maverick.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with the 5 people I know they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
who
that's a good
was
one.
there?
Truth and
Oh yeah,
Maverick.
true. Okay.
Street
great.
Profits are 2 people, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I'm not saying truth as well.
Can't believe none of y'all remember the Street Profits are cutting a promo like every show
Yeah.
now.
Because they're terrible and I fast forward through.
I like
I'm
it.
like,
I'm
wrestle.
I'm going Daniel Bryant, R-Truth, Carmella, Street Profits.
That's 5.
That's it.
So no Fiend.
I mean, maybe.
There could be
He'll
more
end
than
up
5.
being there, but I don't think it's going to be in a prominent role.
Say
See,
Bray.
I think he will. I think here.
I'm gonna say
Here, make the Seth and Braun match a screwy finisher.
I'm gonna say War Machine comes out and that's my 5.
War Viking.
Oh, that's
experience.
actually going because
Yeah.
they probably will come even the sides
Yeah,
once
I
the
picked
club are
Bray.
beat down.
From
What table will get destroyed?
The English table. Like every pay-per-view.
So you just say English?
Or no, sorry. The Spanish announce table. Spanish announce table.
I'll say English.
You could also say both.
Yeah.
They still do a German table
I think
after-
you get 3 choices: German, English, Spanish.
Can you say none?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go English.
I'll say. I guess. Let me think of the odds here.
Almost every pay-per-view, the Spanish announce table gets it.
The last couple was the English.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely going to get used because it get used in Rowan and Roman. So
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
say the Spanish table gets taken out.
I'm going to say English and Spanish get taken out.
Okay, so I'll write both for that. I'm gonna say both too.
So what's everybody think of the bubbly?
What do you say, Dick?
It's not so bubbly anymore.
Just
Oh, there's a little
Spanish.
bubble. There's a little bubble in there.
It's alright.
I mean,
All right, there it is.
I've drank in some expensive sparkling cider before, and I don't understand like
What, the
champagne,
appeal?
ciders, stuff like that. The cheap stuff, it just tastes so much better.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Alright,
think the
so
cranberry
we,
one's not bad.
I've had a $500 bottle of champagne
Oh, wow.
already. It was like the worst thing has ever graced my mouth.
Well,
That is the
speaking
cranberry.
speaking of the bubbly, there's a,
Oh,
Wait,
you
it's
got
time?
that? Oh,
Oh,
It's time?
it's time.
there's wow.
No, that was last week.
Apparently somebody liked it because there's only this left.
And it's not going to be up for long.
There you
I like the cap system though.
Mhm.
Oh, look at that blueberry stuff. That's delicious.
go. They have a blueberry one?
Yeah, my mom got it one time for like Easter, and I was like, "This is delicious." It was like blueberry
What
soda,
else?
basically.
Top off?
Yeah, I'll top.
So I just want to do something real quick before he goes into his in-depth thing. I did found this earlier. I want to kind of go through it real fast. I want to give 10. Oh, never mind. That one page wasn't working now. 10 things you didn't know about Chris Jericho.
10 things I hate about Chris Jericho.
That his name was Moog,
you didn't know about Chris
Moose McQueen in the beginning of Fozzy.
Moon gives
Ozzy
the
Osbourne,
queen.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll just take some. Yeah.
Chris Jericho was born Chris
Oh,
Irvine in 1970 in Massachusetts, New York, as a Long Island suburb of the
That's it.
New York City. His father was an NHL player.
Yeah, Tedder brand.
Played for the Rangers.
His dad was good, too.
Yeah. He grew up in Winnipeg, Canada.
He's from
Manitoba.
Winnipeg, you idiot.
Yeah. Inspired by Ariel's exploits of Owen Hart at a local event, he decided to become a pro wrestler. He trained with the Hart family in the Hart Dungeon and
See, a bunch of
converted.
this is stuff I have. So
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
My bad.
Anybody can read that off Wikipedia,
Yeah.
you stupid idiot.
He wrestled. Obviously, it says he wrestled with the likes of Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Greg Hammer, Valentine, Dave Boy Smith, Chris Benoit, and Edge.
Whoa, you can't say that name.
I don't remember the one before Edge.
Yeah,
That
really?
that I have a good memory for
Do
wrestling.
you have his
too.
debut name?
Yeah, I have.
I'll skip that.
I have a whole story about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
The Chris Jericho ring name. You got that? Where that came from?
Yeah, I have like I pretty much have what Wikipedia had about him being Jack Action, change his name, all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So he has won over 30 different championships across different promotions.
Like I said, 10-time Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, including 6 world champions and 9 intercontinental champions.
First undisputed champion.
Yeah. Well, 10 technically.
Beat
intercontinentals.
Rock and Austin
Yeah,
in
as
the
I said,
same
10.
night.
Yes, you did.
His Fozzy band was actually supposed to be called Fozzy Osbourne.
It was for a
And
while.
it
was when they
was
were
called
cover band.
Fozzy Osbourne, and he did Ozzy Osbourne covers.
And then to avoid lawsuit.
He's married to Cheryl Burke of season 12 Dancing with the
He
Stars.
was rumored to be banging Kelly there for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
True or false?
For his sake, I hope it's true because that would be
Yeah.
something.
We should have asked her that at PPW. How big was Jericho's
Did you fuck
schlong?
Chris Jericho?
And then you
big
had
was
an
Jericho's wang?
interesting one. Do you have anything about his mom in your article?
I don't.
Jericho's mom, I think she has passed, was for a long time a quadriplegic.
Yeah.
She after Jericho's parents divorced, she was with another guy, and they got into a fight. It turned physical, and she actually charged at the guy, and he almost did almost like a backdrop to her. She landed on her head, and they didn't know how bad she was hurt. He like carried her to her bed, and then they realized, oh no, she can't move, and she had no use of her limbs after that. And Jericho was 19 at the time, and in his book he says he was very close to killing the guy
yeah.
and and the guy's kids too. Like, okay, it makes sense he was friends with a certain someone, but
Look at this match at True Wrestling. Not
so
6-way.
it's something that Jericho.
I don't know if you know a couple of the middle guys, but Adina and Shankar in the same match. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like Shankar a lot.
And Shankar, Furious is good. I don't know the dude with blonde hair. I don't know Manders either.
Furious.
Yeah.
Well, Furious, I thought cut his
I
hair
see-
and shaved.
Yeah, he does. He always he cuts his hair and he has long hair like a month later.
I could never do that. My hair grows so slow.
Really?
Then, of course, Furious goes under the mask from time to time.
Kitty cat. Remember the Kitty
But
cat?
all right,
Kick
Tyler, take it away. Our spotlight this week is Chris Jericho. The GOAT. Or is he?
Also,
The
I'll
Ayatollah.
skip over some of the stuff we went over, but yeah, at age 19, he learned how to wrestle at the Harts Brothers School of Wrestling. He met Lance Storm on the first day. He was trained by Ed Langley and local Calgary wrestler Brad Young. 2 months after completing training, he was ready to start wrestling on independent shows, making his debut at the Moose Hall
That's
in
pretty
Alberta,
fast. 2
Canada.
months, yeah.
Yeah.
That is such a Canadian name, the Moose.
We're going to the Moose Hall to watch it.
Moose Hall.
eh?
Go down to the Moose Hall, eh?
Yep. He debuted as Cowboy Chris Jericho on October 2nd, 1990.
Cowboy Bret Hart.
in a
Everybody was
10-minute
cowboy.
in a 10-minute time limit draw against Lance Storm.
Wow.
Cowboy last star.
That's why everyone's saying Lance Storm might be a mystery partner.
That's probably
First
one of the
day
matches
British.
Lance Storm didn't win.
Well, I know it
that's
was for a while. He was at the very beginning. He was Lance T Storm. It was supposed to be for Thunder.
Ooh,
Lance
I like
Thunder
that.
Storm.
The pair initially worked as a tag team called Sudden Impact, and according to a February 2019 interview with Rich Eisen, Jericho stated that his initial name was going to be Jack Action. However, Lance Storm remarked to him that the name was stupid and asked him what his real name was, and nervously said Chris Jericho. He took the name Jericho from an album, Walls of Jericho, by the German metal power band Halloween. Jericho and Storm worked for Tony Conerillo and the tours of
No, Tony. Yeah.
Condillo.
Condillo. Tony Condillo, yeah. Those are the death tours. They would go to these places in Canada, like that Ice Road Trucker show. There are places in Canada where you can't drive there unless it's the winter and the
pond is
water's
frozen
frozen.
Right.
And they would go to these places and like do these tours in like these
Oh,
little
I remember that in
motels.
Edge's book. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Condillo, that's his name.
Yeah.
Tony
I
Condillo.
remember this Edge and Christian were talking about that, how they were going to a show and their car actually like started falling
Yeah,
to
they
the
were-
ice.
and it actually says right here, yeah, because they wrestled a couple shows, the same shows that they apparently met a young Rhino. Yep. The pair also wrestled for Calgary's National Wrestling Alliance and the Canadian Rocky Mountain Wrestling.
I believe they worked for Stampede a little bit in there too.
And
Stampede, I don't think was around at that point. It was a
And,
while where they were closed.
in 1992, he traveled to Mexico and competed under the name Golden Lion, a name that fans voted on for him between He-Man, Chris Power, and Jericho preferred Golden Lion.
Corazon de Leon.
Yep, later changed to Lionheart, where he wrestled for several smaller companies from 1993 to 1995. He competed in Mexico's largest promotion, CMLL. Jericho took on Silver King, Ultimo Dragon, en route to an 11-month reign as NWA middleweight champion that began in December 1993. In 1994, Jericho reunited with Storm as the Thrill Seekers.
Looks like it's Smoky Mountain.
Yep, in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, where they feuded with the Rock and Roll Express and Heavenly Bodies.
Of course,
Yep.
Smoky
I was
Mountain.
I was telling Tony earlier, not to interrupt you, sorry. I was telling him about how Jericho had seen, I think, like Ultimo Dragon or somebody do a shooting star press. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. It's like, I want to do that, I want to do that. So they were staying at this little hotel down in Tennessee, and he tried practicing the shooting star press off a diving board, and he wound up breaking his arm. So there's matches
nice.
of them in the Heavenly Bodies where he's wrestling with a broken arm.
And then he always tells the story about how he got his name down there in CMLL. He actually threw the name the Golden Lion at the guys, like, no, we're going to call you this. And then he ended up, okay, well, let the fans vote on it. And thank God they voted on the Golden Lion, because the other like 3 names were really what a screwed him
Lionheart.
over.
He then spent the next 2 years working in Japan, where he got the attention of Mick Foley. And thanks to recommendations by Mick Foley, Chris Benoit, and Dave Meltzer, promoter Paul Heyman signed him to ECW in 1995.
And he was also Black Liger. I don't know if you have that.
Super Liger.
Yeah, Super Liger.
Yep, Super Liger. Jericho began wrestling for the Philadelphia-based Extreme Championship Wrestling, winning the
TV
ECW
yeah.
World Television Champion from Pitbull No. 2 in June 1996. While in ECW, Jericho wrestled Taz, Sabu, Rob Van Dam, McFoley, Shane Douglas, Too Cold Scorpio.
I always remember the 4-way where Francine turned. And like it was Pipple 2, Shane, Too Cold, and Jericho. I think it was where he dropped the title. Because yeah, her turn was her pulling down her skirt and she had franchise on her underwear. And that was her turning heel.
During this time, he drew the attention of World Championship Wrestling. On August 26, 1996, Jericho made his first appearance in WCW, Monday Nitro, wrestling against Alex Wright.
That lame-ass music.
And then on September 15, he made his first pay-per-view appearance in a match against Chris Benoit at Fall Brawl on June 28, 1997.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yep, never heard of him. Then Jericho defeated Six in Los Angeles, California to win the WCW Cruiserweight Championship for the first time. He then won the title again on August 12, 1997 by defeating Alex Wright. Jericho began his run as a heel when he won the title a third time by defeating Rey Mysterio Jr. at Sold Out.
By the way, we're getting into my favorite ever Chris Jericho now.
That conspiracy theory. That was awesome. That's why I was like, this guy's really good.
After
Malenko.
the match, Jericho assaulted Rey Mysterio's knee with a toolbox. In the storyline, Mysterio needed 6 months of recovery before returning to the ring. Jericho then started a short feud with Juventud Guerrero, in which Guerrero repeatedly requested a shot at Jericho's Cruiserweight Championship, but Jericho constantly rebuffed it. The match finally accumulated in a title versus mask match at Super Brawl 8. Yeah.
That's such a good match.
Yep.
Such a good match.
Guerrero lost the match and was forced to remove his mask. Following the match, Jericho began having an ongoing gimmick of collecting and wearing the ring trophy items from his defeated opponents.
I didn't call people's names wrong.
Rod Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
Rod Mysterio. I forget what he called Hooven.
So he'd wear Guerrero's mask. He'd wear Prince Lakea's Halloween Hawaiian dress.
Yeah.
He'd wear a headband from Disco Inferno.
And this is also when he became the man of 1,004 holds.
Yeah. Armbar.
Jericho, after a taping of WCW Monday Nitro in 1988, then began a long feud with Dean Malenko, which Jericho reportedly claimed he was a better wrestler than Malenko, but he refused to ever wrestle him. Because of the mastery of his technical wrestlings, Malenko was then known as the man of 1,000 holds. So Jericho claimed, well, I'm the man of 1,004 holds.
Which has those tights in the Revenge video game.
Yep.
And then on his website back then, he had a list of all the 1,004 holds.
And arm bars like every other
Arm
one.
drag.
Yeah.
He and the legit thing was when they literally went to commercial.
He kept going.
That entire time they were on commercial, he kept going. When they came back to TV,
No, he seriously had like 80 of them were arm barred, but he had a list of 1,004 holds.
Jericho mentions in his autobiography that the line originated from IWA interview he saw as a child, where manager Floyd Ketcherman claimed that Leo Burke, the first professional wrestler to be known as the man of 1,000 holds, was now known as the man of 1,002 holds, to which Ketchman started that he learned 2 more. On August 10th, Jericho defeated Stevie Ray to win the World Television Championship. Stevie Ray he was substituted for Booker T. So soon after, Jericho repeatedly called out WCW World Heavyweight Champion Goldberg in an attempt to begin a feud with him, but never actually wrestled him. Jericho cites Eric Bischoff, Goldberg, and Hulk Hogan's refusal to book Jericho in a pay-per-view squash match against Goldberg, which Jericho felt would have been a big draw as a major reason he left the company.
And it would have, but Goldberg thought he was above it.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is actually what caused their fight in WWE.
Yeah.
Because following back
Which,
there.
because Jericho's like, I want him to beat me in like 3 minutes,
let
and he
him
wouldn't
beat
even
me.
do that.
Yeah.
It was like Austin and Jeff Jarrett.
Which is really ridiculous.
I don't understand why they never thought that a cruiserweight should wrestle a heavyweight back there in WCW. I don't get it.
Like Andy said, the big guys always thought it was beneath them. It was so weird. Jericho lost the World Television Championship to Conan in early 1999. He then began a feud with Perry Saturn. The feud saw Jericho and Saturn instigating bizarre stipulation matches, such as Sold Out, where Jericho defeated Saturn in a loser must wear a dress match.
That became his thing for a while.
That became a thing for a while, yep. At Super Brawl IX, Jericho and Saturn wrestled in a dress match where Jericho won. Saturn finally defeated Jericho at Uncensored in a dog collar match. Jericho then alternated between WCW and a bunch of Japanese tours before he finally signed his contract with World Wrestling Federation on June 30th. Jericho's final match came in a house show in Illinois on July 21st, where he and Eddie Guerrero lost a tag team match to Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio Jr.
You're forgetting 2 of his managers at this time.
Yeah, Ralphus.
And the Jerichoholic Ninja.
Yep.
What? Why do I not remember the Jerichoholic Ninja?
He was just this guy with a mullet and in like sunglasses. sometimes this thing would say like Jericho personal security, and the back would say Jerichoholic Ninja. But yeah, Ralphus was the main one. When they came back, and
I remember Ralphus.
yeah.
He had some of the best t-shirts.
Ralphus thought he was a star then and actually wanted more money. That's why they stopped using him.
They,
he was just a janitor, bro.
Yeah, I know,
his,
right?
his t-shirts were amazing. The WCW is Jericho.
Yeah.
Like every promotion he worked for, he
Monday
had
Night
like the
Jericho.
I took over
Yeah.
the promotion.
Andy was talking about the conspiracy victim thing. He always would be like, "There's a conspiracy against me." And one time, when they were in DC,
Gene
he
Mean?
went to the steps. He went to the steps of the Capitol and was trying to petition Congress to get his cruiserweight title back. It was great.
It's
And
amazing.
then as he came into the WWF, I want to say his promo there went a good 6 months.
What do you mean the clock?
countdown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the boobies hit the floor. That's it.
And then I just have bulletin points because I feel like for WWF,
yeah, he's
there's a
there
lot
for,
of stuff he's
for
done.
12
you know.
years. Well, he debuted against The Rock.
Yeah,
Debuted
debuted against The Rock, which
against
is a
Monday Night
really
Raw.
good debut.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best debuts of all time.
Might be the best. I think.
Yeah, the thing with him was
The Y2J clock.
he was one of those guys that can turn face or heel in a dime. He can always reinvent himself. A lot of people give credit to the Attitude Era being one in WCW, beating WCW to like Stone Cold and The Rock. But Jericho was right up there when it came to promo skills
sure.
and as an impact in the Attitude Era. I don't think he gets enough credit as he deserves when it comes to that.
Just amazing at reinventing himself too.
And
Like,
he could tell a story in the ring. His in-ring story ability was amazing.
The crazy thing is, when he debuted, he was like sitting right on that fence of am I a face or am I a heel? He rode that fence for a year before he finally flipped to a full-blooded baby face.
That's when he started making fun of Stephanie.
Yeah.
And he got that over majorly.
dirty, disgusting.
Yeah.
He's like,
Bottom
oh,
feeding.
there's
Trash bag,
there's
Can
two
anybody still recite that whole thing?
No,
There's-
there's change it.
There's two people in the ring, the gore and the whore.
And then they put them together when he's bad guy. It's like, this is
Yeah,
why.
it didn't work.
And
See,
I
that
remember
sucked
being-
because it took the whole focus away from Jericho and
Yeah.
Triple H and made it about Triple H and Stephanie. It was
Yeah.
so
That's
stupid.
because Triple H didn't like the fact
Yeah.
that Jericho was getting over.
And
They had-
then-
they had
and
some
then-
At the
issues.
expense of his wife.
Yeah.
Jericho and Christian both like Trish, and Trish turned bad.
And then he's
Christian-
like, I don't know if there's something different about these two pictures. And then
Yeah.
Stephanie went shit,
Yeah,
and then she got the boob job,
yeah.
and he's like, let the bodies hit the floor, let the boobies hit the floor.
And she immediately like covered
Yeah.
up like, oh, you motherfucker.
And I
That was,
remember
one,
they
that was one of the biggest mistakes they made, dude. That WrestleMania putting Jericho and Triple H on last. Like, you can't follow The Rock.
Yeah.
With someone.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
Stuff. And there was also that dusty finish they did on Raw where Jericho beat Triple H for the
That,
title.
that was the Penn
that
State.
never
yeah.
happened.
Yep, that was
Yeah.
Penn
Never
State.
happened.
He
That
just
crowd
threatened
popped
Hebner.
so big when
Yeah.
Jericho won.
That was big. Then he was the first undisputed champion. He had that for a while, but he never had the undisputed belt. He had the two belts.
Yeah, he had the two
In your
belts.
opinion, what's better though, the face Jericho or the heel Jericho?
Hill Jericho.
Yeah, my favorite is
can do
conspiracy
both.
victim, cruiserweight champion, WCW Jericho.
But when he
That's my
came
favorite
back
Chris
with the
Jericho.
list and Kevin Owens,
The
that
list
was
was
great.
good.
That was so good.
Yeah,
I
and he
like-
always knows when to let stuff go. Like he's
Yeah.
really milking the bubbly
Oh,
thing
yeah,
now.
for
He'll,
sure.
he'll cut it loose as soon as he
Yeah.
feels like
My
it's time.
favorite's 2008 Jericho when he came back with the suit and he was very proper. And
Yeah.
he went to
I
fans
like
chanting
that.
for him and stuff. I loved it.
I like that, but I hate when it's done to heels because every heel now thinks they have to talk like this
Yeah.
and be emotionless.
I like the feud with Shawn Michaels where he punched Shawn Michaels' wife. in the
Yeah,
face.
that
I
was
watched
good.
it over and
What
over.
about the time where he came back and he was like hyping the crowd up? And he was gonna,
And that's all he would
And
do.
he was gonna say something. He'd be like,
And he kept doing it, and they started booing.
Yeah,
because they wanted him to be a heel, and he knew he was going to get a huge babyface reaction when he came back. So he did that like 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and then the crowd's like, "Okay, I hate."
I
This
will
now.
admit this though. I've been at 3 shows where Jericho's come back. I have never heard a bigger pop in my life than when his music hits.
I'll tell you what.
that was John Bon Jovi Jericho.
So his
John Bon Jericho.
Yeah.
we were at SmackDown 900 and Taker's music hit and it was big. It was big. But when Edge's music hit, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, you don't get to see Edge too often.
It
yeah,
was-
that's the thing too. If you don't see somebody too often, the pop's gonna be bigger.
yeah.
There's something.
Yeah, but you were seeing Jericho every 6 to 9 months, and for some reason, every
Well,
time he
Jericho's
came back,
thing was so cool because he never knew when he was coming back, but he always did such perfect timing. He would just
he never
sneak in.
tweeted it out. He never put it on social media.
And I
He was
usually
just-
would hide him
He's
somewhere.
a guy that went to an all-out show, fucking played a show, flew to the all-out show, wrestled like
No, I mean,
That was all
and
that.
then,
That
and
was
then
all in,
jumped,
actually,
yeah,
yeah.
all in, and then flew right from the arena to another concert and did it again,
Yeah.
and never even wiped a face paint off. Like just kept,
Yeah.
like no one knew he was going to Japan. It was a fucking shock.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
awesome.
Is there someone? Now I know we talked about the greatest of all time, and I know, I mean, Flair is undoubtedly.
I think there's a few people ahead of him: Flair, Michaels, Austin.
See, I don't think Michaels
that's
is
nothing
ahead of him
against
anymore.
Jericho.
I really don't.
Bret Hart.
I don't
Bret
think
Hart.
Michaels or Bret's ahead of Jericho anymore. I think Jericho surpassed them both.
I think Austin's making money, but not
Yeah.
accomplishments.
I mean, you can give him a lot of credit for like longevity and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but I don't think he's ever been like the man in wrestling.
Like
No.
Flair was great in the ring and great on promo, and the longevity. He's always found a way to stay relevant. Michaels didn't have as long as a tenure as both of these guys, but his in-ring ability is just bar none.
He's also retired twice.
Yeah, about maybe 3 or 4 times. Jericho can go from company to company to company, face heel character change, and just continue to dominate. And he's not getting better as a wrestler. As a wrestler, he's good, but he's not going to blow you away with his ability. He tells stories in the
tells
ring.
story, yep.
He captivates the audience, and he just knows how to play the crowd to make a good match.
And then puts on a 25-minute technical spectacle.
See, my thing is this: when Bret was in WWE, he was Bret Hart. When he went to WCW, he was the same Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels was doing the same thing. Jericho changes who he is from company to company every time. He's never the same guy. He never will be. He makes a big focal point of, I'm going somewhere new. I'm someone new. I'm not the guy reading the list.
Yeah.
I'm not this guy. I'm not that guy.
Scarf.
I'm brand new everywhere I go. And that's hard to do. I can't even think of anybody else who's ever done it, honestly, who's changed completely.
Who now? When you look at another thing that he rivals Flair with, I believe, and I don't think there's not many people that can do this. Maybe an AJ, maybe a Vader, maybe a Foley, but that's pushing it. Where you get the list of opponents that they have wrestled over their career. Flair has wrestled some fucking names.
For sure.
yeah, 'cause he's been around forever, yeah.
Across multiple huge names. Jericho has wrestled some big
everyone.
names.
He's wrestled everybody at this point.
I think at this point, let's start a list of who hasn't Jericho wrestled.
It's
Andy Header.
Yeah, that's that one.
Andy
match,
had, yeah. But like, he's wrestled some of the biggest dudes in WCW, biggest names. He's wrestled the biggest dudes in the biggest names in ECW.
yep.
He did.
He wrestled Hogan when Hogan came back.
Yeah, he did WWE.
CMLL, AAA, New Japan. I mean, he's been everywhere.
And now with the New Japan and the all AEW, I mean, his resume of just people who he's been in the ring with is insane.
Yeah, he is like the resident elder statesman of wrestling.
Every
at this
main
point.
eventer for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like
Everyone?
to see. I would like to see how many matches, because I mean, we did Jushin Liger, and Jushin has been in over. They said over
4,000 or something.
like fourth. Like I would read. I'd be interested to see if someone can find out how many matches Jericho.
And I know
has done.
Jericho, and I'm pretty sure he still does. He keeps a log. Like he knows exactly how many matches it was to win that WWE title. Because he's like his second book, like the subtitle was however many matches it was, how to be world champion in X
wow.
easy steps.
Yeah, and not only is he a great wrestler, he invents himself. Everything we've already said. From what it's been said, he's always been a great mentor in the locker. He'll help other people out.
Yeah.
He'll tell people what works, what doesn't work.
I put over Fandango a couple years ago.
Yeah,
That
he's
didn't
always
work.
trying to
Oh my
he's always trying to put ideas out to try to make the ideas go over.
He thought up, what was it, Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank. Well,
Yeah,
Money in the Bank
Money
is
in the
stuff,
Bank,
yeah.
I mean, the Fandango thing, he went straight to Vince and said, put him over
Yeah,
on me.
and then that went nowhere.
He tried to talk
He
John
did try.
Cena out of letting the Nexus lose the match. He tried to get the Nexus over. He's like, John, you have to take the pin tonight.
Yeah.
And Cena's like, no, I don't agree with you, and do that backfire.
Yeah. He wanted to go to New Japan, win the New Japan title, and then come back to the States and do a Miz versus Jericho
The
IC versus
Intercontinental,
IC.
yeah.
And Jericho, and they're, I know at the time
It was Rollins.
Rollins.
Yeah, it was Rollins. That's how
And
much
they're like,
fun.
no. And he's like, he literally said, he goes, I did not want to go to AEW. I wanted to stay in WWE. He goes, but I pitched so many cool ideas to Vince, and I tried so hard to show him that the dudes in Japan are good and these companies are good. Like the Bucks are good, Kenny Omega's good. Let's make a working relationship. And he wouldn't budge.
Yeah.
And Jericho goes,
And then they didn't get him for a couple tours and stuff. He said,
Yeah.
I guess they don't want me.
yeah.
They won it, and another thing is too is he did that cruise, the Jericho
Yeah.
cruise.
And
The
then
only
they
reason
have-
the only
yeah.
reason AJ is in WWE is from, they said, a very heavy attributed to Jericho.
I bet.
He opened a lot of doors for guys who had that not a WWE guy stigma to them.
Yeah.
He opened a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Especially the cruiserweights.
And it was funny because when he got offered the AEW contract, he called Vince personally and was like, Vince, I won't take it. Like, just give me a counteroffer and I'll sign right now and no big deal. And Vince is like, nah, go ahead, take it. So Jericho took it, called Vince back, said, all right, I took it. Vince is like, well, can you get out of it? Jericho's like, no, I can't get out of it. You told me to take it. And
Yeah.
Vince is like, oh, we're done then. Like,
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
Vince has nobody to blame but himself because he's so goddamn picky.
Do you think Jericho will return at any point to WWE for a Hall of Fame appearance, one last match?
That's
Sure.
probably
Maybe.
the last time you're going to see Jericho in WWE.
Yeah, I think he'll have one more like surprise appearance, and I think he'll be on like he's already on a Legends contract.
I don't think he's going to be like. I think Omega, the Bucks, and
he can't
Cody.
be on a Legends contract if he has an AEW contract.
I think Cody and the Bucks and Omega are tied to AEW. Like that's sink or swim on them for their whole careers. But Jericho, I don't see it that
physically
way. Jericho,
invested
his
in
contract's for 5 years, but after he can walk away and still be Jericho.
But
go
he
back
still
to
has a
WWE.
lot of influence
Yeah,
with
he does.
AEW. A lot.
He's in a backstage prominent role. I think he enjoys having that little bit of power there to.
I don't
kind
think
of
he
mold.
I don't think he has power.
Well, no. He
I
has
just
the
think
power
they-
to help
They'll listen
mold.
to him.
Help
Yeah,
mold.
He has influence.
Yeah, he's influenced, but I don't think he has any power. I don't think he'll like. I don't think when they sit down in a meeting and say Jericho would like.
Who should we sign?
Yeah, I think they're like, hey, we
I
have
don't
an
think
idea.
it's that. I think when it comes to the matches, he has a little bit of input. Like, okay, let's try this. We'll tweak this a little. Let's do this. I think they're picking his brain more than people think.
Oh, I agree. I would agree 100%.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, Jericho's got a 5-year deal. At 5 years, he can walk.
Yep.
Those other guys physically took whatever money they had and put it with Tony Khan and said, "Let's do this."
Yeah.
yeah,
They're going to have to be lifers for that because you can usually Kenny Omega for 5 years, and be like, all right, guys, this
Yeah,
has been fun.
you
I'm
know,
going back to Japan. Like that, I guess he could do it, but it's like, ugh.
I don't think you're going to
No,
see that.
The
I mean,
Bucks and Cody, especially, they're tied to that.
They're
Like,
there
gonna
forever.
have to there
And
forever.
when Marty gets there, he's there forever too.
I think
and
so.
so's Hangman.
yeah. And then another great thing for Jericho, obviously, you can look at his entire run of everything he's ever done. But he also has an amazing podcast.
This podcast is pretty good.
And he
sometimes he does 2 weeks, or is it always 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
He's
really
never
good.
won.
And then Judas was like the first really big hit song for Fozzy. So
Yeah, Judas is actually really
His
catchy
cruise
song.
is
Yeah, it
really cool from what they said. His
That's
cruise-
coming up in January again.
Yeah, I wish I could have went to that. It's not that
I don't-
pricey.
It's only like $700 for the week,
and that
a
includes your
single
food and
cabin.
everything.
Yeah.
I don't.
And all the shows are free.
I definitely can't do it this time around.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something I'm thinking about next time around.
If they
That's
do
something
it
else
the
to
third
go
time.
to. You
He'll
could,
do
I
it
mean,
the
you
third
get there's 3 wrestling shows, stand-up comedy,
Live
live
music.
podcasts, and you get to watch Fozzy, and then there's a couple other bands.
There's like 5 other bands. It's sponsored by New Amsterdam Vodka.
yeah.
He got them to sign on for at least 4 years, so
He said in his podcast they're working on a champagne thing, and there was almost a wine to Jay, and they said they had the live one and everything, but then the guy backed
That was
out or
one of the
something.
things that caused a wedge between him and WWE is before he went to Ring of Honor or any of these places and said, hey, can we use your guys on the cruise? He asked Vince, he said, can I just use the NXT guys? Just
Yeah.
let a bunch of NXT guys on the cruise, I'll use them, put them over, and Vince is like, no, we're not going to be part of no cruise. And Jericho's like, Jesus Christ, you won't take any of my ideas. I can't use any of your guys for the, like, you won't let me do anything. Like,
He has a whole podcast of him explaining him leaving.
Yeah.
It's very good.
And his cruise is fucking awesome. People clamor over
He
that.
said it's almost sold out. There's 10 rooms left.
My
Yeah.
cousin Chuck,
Cab-
his buddy
cabins
Eric, went
or
on the cruise, and he said it was probably the best 5 days of his life.
Yeah.
I bet, dude. It's for people like us, it's like...
The girl who was
Jesus.
supposed to help
it's
our
heaven.
the girl who was supposed to help our show out, and then she just got a lot of personal
Yeah.
stuff going on. Angel, she was on the cruise. She would drink and then she'd walk. Or she walked the ship, and there's people doing DDP yoga.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said people were just fucking hanging out talking. Like it was like nobody was segregated from people. Like you can just go.
Yeah.
She goes, I was in a bar at like 3 a.m, and Pat Patterson was in there hammered doing karaoke.
That's my kind of night.
Yeah.
Hell
Fuck yeah.
dude. Fuck yeah.
So yeah, he's fucking up there, man. He's super influential. He's a grand slam. He's a grand slam when it comes to.
I think he won every
WWE.
title in WWE.
The one thing he won't do,
I think he even had a European.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
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 the one thing he won't do, you cannot go to a Fozzy concert and talk wrestling with him. He will not talk wrestling at a Fozzy concert.
I know when he first started doing Fozzy, he was trying to do that thing where Moon Goose McQueen
Yeah, it
and
was
Chris
not
Jericho
Chris Jericho.
with different people.
He'll sign stuff, especially if you pay for that before one. They play a couple songs for you.
He will
before everyone
not
else.
sign anything wrestling related.
Yeah, well, my friend had something signed.
I think that's something he used to do. He would just totally not
Yeah.
acknowledge Chris Jericho when he was doing the Moon Goose McQueen thing. But they dropped that, and now it's
Yeah,
just
because
Chris Jericho.
I forget, you buy this extra ticket, and then like an hour before the show starts, you get in, and they play a mini concert, and they meet you. You take pictures with the whole band, and they sign.
He's
with
silly to not take on the wrestling because
Yeah.
there's wrestling
I
fans.
mean,
that
it's
A
understandable
lot
if
of the
he
people
does
there
it that
don't
way, though.
even listen to the music. They just know, oh, it's Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
you know, so...
I can understand him doing that, though, because you don't want to be just known as that wrestling guy while you're trying to do your side gig. I wouldn't want to be known as that wrestling guy.
but he does.
I wouldn't mind.
He wants to be the rock
Yeah.
and roll wrestler.
Yeah.
They actually Crowbot was on a tour, not a tour, but a few shows with Fozzy.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
I
cool.
mean, the newer CDs are great, like Judas and Painless.
Painless is awesome. That's my
Two
favorite
good songs,
song I
but
love.
I'm still a big fan. Like back in the day of
Enemy with that song.
yeah,
is badass.
Enemy.
No, the
To Kill a Stranger.
yeah,
Stranger,
that was
that's
on
a
the.
bad song. That's a
That's
bad
not on
song.
Spotify for
Happenstance.
some reason. That's why whenever I read Jericho, I'm like, hey, why isn't this second CD on Spotify? Can you do anything about that?
Happenstance was
Yeah,
the first
Happenstance.
CD he put out when he was like, "Oh, Moon Goose McQueen. That's not me. That's not Jericho. It's
Yeah.
Moon Goose McQueen." I love how he invited him to a Raw one night, and Fozzy played on Raw.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah, that's
like
right.
Moon Goose is out there playing, and he walks backstage, and like 30 seconds later, I guess Jericho like rip off clothes on. He tore his clothes off and came out. And he's like, "Where's this Moon Goose guy?"
Yeah. Yeah, but so our next week's topic is going to be done by our super fan
Yeah.
Alexis. She's more or less Andy's super fan. She can give a shit.
But
less
she likes all the podcasts.
Yeah,
Even the
yeah.
Bang and Beer ones, she's always liking and
Yeah.
sharing and stuff.
Alexis is gonna earn the nickname the Juvenile Delinquent.
Yeah, she's the juvenile delinquent.
Until she's 18, then she's adult.
Yeah.
Then she's just a delinquent.
She's a
Yeah.
delinquent then.
She's just a
Just
delinquent.
So she has been very anxious, and she wants to not just be behind the scenes, but she wants to do something with the podcast.
Why
She-
don't we just have her on the show?
because I don't. It's nothing personal against her, but I'm very cautious about people sitting at the table that are not over 18 years
Yeah.
old.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And plus, it's like a room of dudes, and what
Yeah.
is she,
yeah,
12?
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
12-year-old
Like
girl,
if her dad was hanging out, it'd be a different thing. Which I don't think he would. Their
Yeah.
parents are very cool,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't be like, "We're dropping her off," or like that's
Yeah.
not how it would work. But her parents are amazing. They invited me and my Heidi to birthday parties.
You and your Heidi?
Huh?
You and your Heidi?
Me and my Heidi.
Heidi.
She's my Heidi. We've been to
Not if what's his name gets in there.
yeah, not Tom Kessler
Tom
still.
Kessler.
No, but
Not his Heidi tonight.
we've been to her birthday parties. We've been to family events that they invite us to. Very, very nice, sweet family. They're really supportive of her fandom of wrestling and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see. But she's gonna actually call in next week. Not at the table, but she's calling in, and she has chosen Maria Kanellis as our spotlight. Maria.
She's gonna talk about Maria and Playboy.
Yeah, I think that's about as far as we're gonna get.
I told her we will help her a little bit.
She was Divas champion. I
I'm
think.
surprised she
Yeah.
didn't pick Brie Bella or Nikki Bella.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure how she landed on Marie Canellis. I don't
She
know.
likes Maria. She must like her for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, the best footage of Maria Kanellis was that triple super kick.
Yeah, when there's a really cool video. You can check it out. Maria Canellis, and she's doing she's kind of
Wiggling her ass.
She's wiggling her, and
Carl
she's got a
Anderson's
lot
like,
to wiggle in that
yeah.
video. And call
The original OC over in Japan days.
yeah, and AJ tries to get him to calm down, and he looks, and AJ's like,
Because they moved the hair out of AJ's eyes.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay.
honestly, I like Carl Anderson as the little bit of a beefier guy. I thought he looked better, a little bigger.
Yeah.
He's super slim now compared to what he looked like in
Yeah.
Japan. But that's like
He's a
how
good wrestler.
that's
It's a
how
shame
even
they don't do
Jericho
much
said
with
though.
him.
Like in Japan though, the American wrestlers have a little bit of the chub to them. That they said that's why Jericho kind of
But
put on.
a lot of Japanese wrestlers are very tiny. Like they look big, and then he's like, "Wow, Tanahashi's
You
like
see them in
5'10".
reality,
Like,
and it's like,
shit.
oh, he really is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
20
That's why
pounds.
Okada stands out so much. He's
Yeah,
like
he
6'2",
is 6'3". Yeah.
So we'll have her call in, and that'll be our next showcase.
The one thing
Okay.
I was thinking about with Maria is when Santino was a heel and she was with him, and he kept calling out Steve Austin, and he comes out with a beer truck, and he turns on the hose, and I thought for sure he was gonna spray Maria's dress right off. And she was wearing this little dress, like this dress that was like hanging on by a thread, and he's gonna blast her with this hose.
Yeah.
They always had Santino with hot chicks.
Yeah.
Like that's one good thing. Yeah, he had goofball
He looks so
character.
weird with like a full sleeve arm slap
Yeah, he
tattoo.
does.
It's just-
And then he had Santina.
yeah.
The
But,
craziest part about
that's
Santino
Saturday.
is he's a
He's-
legit badass.
Yeah, tonight.
you know.
They're this Saturday. Yeah, Bloodsport is
Yeah.
this Saturday. Him and Simon Grimm. Two women's matches on that show too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that should be. A good
I
show.
said to you, man, I can't believe that. I feel like
Yeah.
they watched that main event. Like,
Yeah, that's a kind of like.
Yeah.
I know you can't have Moxley, but let's get Suzuki back.
get somebody, yeah. Geez.
Yeah, I
My-
got-
my-
I'm bringing Ishii. That would be good. People are like,
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
Ishii.
people go
By the
nuts
way,
with
while
that.
we're on that subject there, you know how Jericho reinvents himself wherever he goes? Didn't he look at Moxley when he saw him backstage in Japan? He'd be like, stole me a $10,000 jacket.
Yeah.
He didn't say it to him. He said he did a promo after he won when Moxley debuted or whatever, and then he was backstage and he had the money stuck to his head and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, you got stupid idiots coming in here, Moxley. Maybe I'll show up at the G1 Supercard. It'll be the Supercardico or something like that, or the Jericardico or something like that." And he's like, or the G1ico or something like that they call it. And he goes, Moxley, stupid idiot, still owes me 10 grand for a jacket. Like,
He said it to him when he first debuted for AEW. Moxley did. Because you can see him out with him. He's like, "You still owe me $4,000."
Yeah. He's so funny. And then he goes, and then kicked him. That was honestly when he feuded with Jericho. That was the only time I was into the Dean Ambrose thing.
Yeah,
Big fan of Mitch the Plant.
Yeah.
Mitch the Plant. I had a Mitch the Plant, and we used to sit on that sill. And Heidi insists that it was an accident, but he fell and got broken.
Aw.
Mitch the Plant.
Yeah,
That was the one spot, though, speaking of that match with Moxley, where Jericho said he'd never do it again, which is the thumbtack spot. He said he would never do the
That
thumbtack
and the pile
spot
driver
again.
in the ramp where a piece of his hair.
And
came
actually,
out.
speaking of hair coming off during All Out, when Jungle Boy's hair got stuck on the rope.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot came out there.
It was there for a couple matches later. It was still like
It was
It's okay. Knowing who his dad was, his hair is going to be fine.
Yeah.
But what do you got? We're gonna wrap it up here. What do you got to plug?
This Saturday out in New Philly, it is the annual pig roast down at the Little League Field. Come on out and check it out. They do take out containers if you want. I think it's $25, all you can eat and drink.
All right, Andy.
PCWA in Atlas, Pennsylvania, Saturday. I think the show starts a little earlier. I think it starts at 5 or 6.
Okay.
Trevor Gilbert's there, and I'm there, obviously. So.
Again, you and Gilbert?
Yeah, I don't
Rematch.
know. It may be
Rematch.
possibly. I don't
Are you
know
gonna
that.
beat him this time?
They didn't tell me,
Just
so I have
fucking-
no idea.
just work
Yeah.
'em.
Just flat.
Just fucking work him.
He's
Stiff him.
taking bumps all night.
Stiff him.
Call it in the power ring,
Yeah.
too. Don't forget
Yeah,
Call it in the
yeah.
Power
Super
Ring.
nice guy too, right, Gilbert?
Yeah, he's very nice. Yeah, Call the Powering. New episode will be out probably Saturday. Friday or Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Usually.
Tyler.
Follow me on all things wrestling and houseofglorywrestling.com.
Awesome. How's that been going?
It's been going good.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a big show in September. I should know the date off the top of my head. September 24th. Marty Scurll will be there, so that's
Oh,
gonna be
wow.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
What do you got?
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, Murder My Dude. New shirts, new merch. ProjectHumanoid.com. New episodes come out every Thursday morning, right before Tornado Tag. This week we are doing Innocent. My Dude, it's the story of the first person who was ever taken off of death row and completely exonerated by DNA evidence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that guy's story.
I'm an episode behind. Well, 2 episodes now because the new one came out. You guys kind of changed your format a little bit. And you're doing, instead of 3 stories, you do 1.
Yeah, we're focusing on one. We do This Week in Murder, which is just news, true crime news. In fact, the reason we did Innocence this week is we're looking at the this unit in Philadelphia that has taken 9 people out of jail that were wrongly convicted in the last 19 months.
Wow.
3 of them served a combined 74 years for crimes they didn't commit.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Ain't that crazy?
That's fucking
yeah, can you
scary.
imagine sitting in jail for 30 years or shit you didn't
They
do? My
they
God.
think somewhere between 4 or 5% of the people on death row, just from what they've seen in history, 4 or 5% of the people in death row, so about 1 in 20, maybe a little less, are actually innocent.
Wow. That's nuts.
There's so
sucks.
it's
I
just
think that can be found.
it's something that I think there's a lot of people, not a lot, but I think there's a majority of people in prison.
Look at that movie that just came out, that Brian Banks. He spent 11 years in prison just to be completely proven innocent.
And then you got fucking cases where people are like, well, we're not serious.
Hurricane Carter was a big one. Reuben Carter.
Yeah. So check out Murder My Dude. The links will be below. Personally, one of my favorite podcasts. Go check those guys out. So if you want a quick little lineup, Andy's pod. When do you release your episodes?
Usually Friday or Saturday.
Friday or Saturday.
Yeah,
So
depending on
that's even that works out too. So you have Mondays, usually interviews with everyday people. I think we're gonna have a Monday. We're not gonna have one because I'm going to a Backstreet Boys concert.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Don't you mean NSYNC?
NSYNC. Yes.
They're all the same, man.
Yeah. She got really mad when I kept saying.
How
I'm
dare
excited.
you?
NSYNC would have played the Lightning Storm.
Yeah. So Mondays are usually Mondays are our interviews with everyday people. Tuesdays we're actually going to be moving the recording date of a show to a Tuesday for the sake of wrestling. And then but it'll still air on Wednesday on Thursday. So Not Cool in High School will still air Thursday, and Tornado Tag will still air Friday, and then you'll have Murder My Dude on Wednesdays.
Thursdays.
Thursdays
we record
as well.
Wednesday, we're up Thursdays.
Yeah, they'll be on Thursdays as well.
Early Thursday. It's set to upload 3 in the morning. So
Oh, wow.
you wake up Thursday morning
And
and
there
get.
you go. It's ready to
Yeah.
go.
Like,
Maybe-
I know when I wake up first thing in the morning, I want to hear people talking about killing and
Yeah.
For your
torture.
drive to work or school.
Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm
Fun
going to
for the whole
take
family.
if we record Not Cool in High School on a Tuesday, I'm going to load it up on a Wednesday. So then Thursday's wide open for Murder My Dude, and then Friday will be Tornado Tag Podcast.
Never heard of it.
Saturdays will be Call It in the Power Ring, our Fridays, depending on where it uploads.
Yeah.
Bunch of
And then
marks to it.
Sundays will be Bangin' Beers.
No, about that.
So between the different content that's on this show, we have a lot of cool stuff. So go check it out. Once again, merch page. We have our cool stuff merch. Don't even know what that means. Our merch, and then you have the Murder My Dude stuff. I actually have my two Murder My Dude shirts. I have ordered, just shipped. If you're looking for merch, this is not a plug. They're not sponsoring me or anything. But if you are looking to do some merch and you're kind of like me, where we don't have the money to go order 1,000 T-shirts and then set up a merch stand somewhere and
have
sell,
them sit in backstock.
you don't have to have backstock. You can go to teespring.com. You make an account. You set up your PayPal account. They have a lot of cool things that I don't even know how to do, like how you have it set to go to like your web page. I don't know how to do any of that fancy stuff.
Neither do I.
But literally, it makes your own little web page. So it's teespring.com/Tornado Attack Podcast. And then all your merch is there. They sell it. You can set your prices. So if you want to make a lot of money, if people buy it, you can do it. If you want to make your prices reasonable, you get less of a cut. But say in the future you sell 2,000 shirts. They're like, oh, well, you sold this many shirts. Now you've ranked in a different category where you get the cost to make our shirts are only this much now, and then your profit goes up more.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you're with them a long time and you sell enough merch, you can actually make more money in the long run, because I guess they figure like we made enough money off you.
Yeah.
It's a great company though, man. It takes their cut, but they ship it right to the person, and the quality is really nice.
Yeah, these are excellent shirts. It's not like a iron-on thing.
Yeah.
It's very well made.
Yeah.
Teespring.
So check it out, and you can go pick up leggings. So if anyone buys we're gonna get leggings, and you're gonna wear them to our ring.
Jeggings.
Yeah, we're gonna get you leggings, and one of these days we'll get you in one. I'm gonna get the one with my face on it.
Yeah, you can't get that one.
Be like Rick Rude.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I want to do. I want to find someone who can do like a cool graffiti thing, because then when you make leggings, you can have it so it covers the entire surface of the leggings,
Like all over print.
And then if you want to focus on just mostly what's going to be down the legs, like we can put like tornado tag going down the legs, but it's like a multicolored like.
Andy's totally gonna Rick Rude you at one of these shows. He's
gotta get the Macho Man tassels on the leggings.
He's gonna have like tights under his trunks behind. He's gonna be on the
and the Intercontinental title in the back for some reason.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. It'll just like call it in the power ring, and it'll say tornado tag with a big X through it. Yeah.
You gotta get the Macho Man tassels going down the sides.
Yeah. But check all that cool stuff out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week when we cover Olive Maria Canales.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Someone get that Playboy. I used to have it.
Yeah.
I used to have it
See
too.
you guys.
Yeah. I don't think we probably get there cheaper. I wanted to get all the wrestling ones.